a face like a horse?
You are not progressive enough for this.
Woke moment.
Someone's quick with the pronouns.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hey, it's Che Diaz.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, guys, so much for being here. I've missed all of you. Tina, I got to see you guys this weekend. I hear you, too. I've really been looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do this for like a year. I'm so excited. So I don't know how many people here watched the original Sex and the City, but there's the reboot now. It is called And Just Like That. And it is a national nightmare. We need to talk. There are so many things we need to talk about in this because I feel like this show kind of accidentally is just the perfect analogy for everything going on right now in the world. Nilly, I love you too. Aw, Tina is winding yarn. What is everybody doing and what is everybody drinking is what I need to know. Tina, by the way, it was lovely seeing you this weekend. We had a great walkaway event the other day. So things have been good. Poetry Painter watched it. Yeah, so here's the thing. I feel like the original Sex and the City is kind of like New York itself. Like New York is so shitty right now that everybody kind of pretends it was always that way. The original Sex and the City wasn't like this. So we need to like keep the memory alive that it was really good once. So here's how it's going to go. I kind of wanted to do some like deep dive video essay, but I didn't really have time for that. So I was like, we're going to do a live video essay. We're drinking orange juice and tequila and lasagna. I mean, keep those separate. Jeez. Peppermint tea. See, that sounds better. That sounds more normal. So here's how this is going to go. I've cut down season 1 of And Just Like That to be like a 2-hour movie or so. So we've got a lot to talk about. Oh my God. So yeah, did you guys ever see, they did a remake of The Brady Bunch once, and it was like, that's what this show is like. It was called The Bradys, but they did The Brady Bunch as like an hour-long drama. But all the problems get solved at the end of the half hour. So like Marcia is an alcoholic and Bobby is a cripple and Cindy's banging her boss, but everything gets solved at the end of the hour. That's kind of what this is like. The reboot is like being woke waterboard. It is. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, the woke stuff is kind of not even the worst part about it. It's like they've all been replaced by cyborgs. So we really need to talk. Yes, send in your super chats, grab your drinks. This is my second time catching a live stream. I'm just here for Mike's commentary on this train wreck. Thank you so much for being here. Also, thank you to all the people who cover this abomination that have made it a lot more tolerable, like our friend Megan Fox or Real Housewives Real Recaps. For some reason, this show is very hate. It's sort of like the epitome of hate watching. I don't know. So shall we just jump right into it? I'm afraid. I'm debating whether or not I should start drinking early or like, should I be sloppy by the time we get to like the end of the season? I don't know. Yes, let's fill you guys in for those who didn't see the original. So the original Sex and the City was really good. It was deep and it was relatable and it was multifaceted. But a lot of people would say, oh, it's superficial and they're whores and this and that. But it wasn't true. Then they made the movies, though, and they were like, hey, let's take this thing that we got criticized for that wasn't true. Let's take that and let's make it all true. And let's just make ourselves like materialistic whore. Like they are just sentient vacuums of human consumption. It's never too early to start drinking. Mike asking this question while I start drinking. Hey, front porch conservative. Oh, hi, Leah. So they did the 2 movies, which were horrible. You thought it couldn't get worse. Yet here we are. So let's just jump right into And Just Like That. I'm already annoyed.
Excuse me. Woo.
Why does she always have to shriek for brunch, by the way? Like, it's just brunch. I mean, what else are these broads with too much time and money on their hands going to do other than just go to brunch? Oh, I should mention also, the best part of the show, Kim Cattrall said no to this. She was like, I'm done with these bitches. I don't need it. Good for her. We are all Team Samantha here.
Remember when we had to legally stand 6 feet apart from one another?
Yeah, I miss it.
No, we never had to legally stand apart from each other, Carrie. You people just all chose to. Yeah, they really want to beat you over the head with this happening in real life. So it's like COVID every 2 seconds. Not COVID for them, COVID for you. No masks for them, masks for your kids, though.
Where's Samantha?
Oh, she's no longer with us.
So yeah, they're going to have to jump through hoops and explain why we were such assholes to Kim Cattrall that she wants nothing to do with us. And good for her.
No, she didn't die. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. No, I just meant she's not with us.
She's in London.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that is a very good question, Tina. Okay, so not just that everything is horrible about this, but Patricia Field, who did the costumes for the original, wouldn't do this either. And the thing is, with the fashion with the original, it was cool because it was creative. Like they would, you know, put on shit that they got on the street or at thrift stores or whatever. This is just what you are seeing.
I stepped on a used condom in Brady's room this morning.
Ooh.
Wait, I was barefoot at the...
And by the way, this will be a running theme. We're going to have to hear about her son's jizz over and over and over again.
Big and I are driving out east on Wednesday.
This concert is at the Manhattan School of Music. The Manhattan School of Music? Oh, you're not interrupting.
Hi.
So they've had to, you know, all of them have been giving their apology interviews about the original show. Oh, it was so white and we're so sorry. We were white. We were white people. Sorry, sometimes not everything is for everyone. This was a show about white chicks. It is what it is. But so anyway, they decided they were going to come back with this reboot, and it was going to be about all the social issues. Which social issues, you ask? All of them. Each one of the characters, they're going to have now a new woman of color friend. Which color? All of them. So they've new characters that they literally gave each of them a person of color as like an emotional support animal.
Miranda and Carrie.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Charlotte has told me so much about you both.
Well, you know, it is kind of like she's dead.
And that's, by the way, the most character development that you're going to get from them. Oh, speaking of which, there are 3 main new characters. Well, 4, but that's another one. So they gave each of them an emotional support color person. But none of them are actual characters. They are literally just there to be, you know, the side things. So
Samantha. We never even talk about her.
Well, what is there to say?
So they have to explain. They can't say Sarah Jessica Parker was an asshole to Kim Cattrall. They have to explain why Samantha isn't there. And just wait for it.
I told her that because of, you know, what the book business is now, it just didn't make sense for me to keep her on as a publicist. She said fine and then fired me as a friend. Look, I understand that she was upset, but I thought I was more to her than an ATM.
You lying sack of shit, Carrie. Does anybody believe that shit? Does anybody believe that shit? Oh, Samantha moved to London because I wouldn't hire her. I wouldn't pay her enough money to be my publicist. Well, actually, Carrie is full of shit. And I can prove it. I'm going to prove it all to you that this woman lies.
I'll talk to the publishers. When's the photo shoot?
It's next Thursday, but Samantha, I can't afford you.
True, my PR services are pricey. It'll cost you 2 martinis and a lunch.
Boom! You are a liar, Carrie. Lying
Don't be
bitch.
so needy.
I am.
So for some reason, in the time between the movies or the show and this, it seems not only, I mean, first of all, look at her face. Not only like they all injected all their faces, but they also kind of all forgot how to act. Just watch.
Not being needy. He's withholding.
So this is Charlotte's daughter. So she had 2 daughters. One of them is the Chinese lady that she adopted. And this is her other daughter, who is on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Isn't it pretty?
Okay. Define pretty.
And she doesn't want the pretty dress. riding a skateboard. I'm going to let you guys take a wild guess where you think this is heading.
Oh, honey, I'm home.
Hey, kid. Let the wine begin.
So we have to catch up with Carrie and Mr. Big. And, thank you, my love, for the super chat. There's more plastic in their faces than in the local landfill. Well, it's a real shame what Kristen Davis, what Charlotte did to her face. Because, I mean, she was probably like the most naturally good looking of all of them. Like, she would have been really attractive if she didn't do that. She probably would have aged really beautifully. Like, stop doing this to your faces, ladies. Get ready for it. This is about to set the tone for this whole shit show.
Hey, that's where the professor sits.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Oh, hey. That's where the professor sits. Sorry, he just told me.
Someone's quick with the pronouns.
Someone's quick with the pronouns.
It's fine. I am the professor.
You're the professor? But you're blah, blah, black! I mean, are these people, like, this woman has been a lawyer in New York for, 30, 40 years. Never is shocked to see a black person. Like, I'm convinced this entire thing was written by chatbot. It's the only explanation. Because they've just been replaced by cyborgs, both the characters and the actresses. But this chick used to be like a tough, badass lawyer. And now she's just Karen.
You're the professor?
Yeah.
You're Nia Wallace?
Yes.
What?
You seem so surprised.
Well, your braids.
A law professor can't
But you're black with braids! Can I touch your hair?
have hair like mine. Why is that?
Oh, no. I didn't mean because of the braids. I was just thrown because the braids are so different than the hair in your photo on
because
the
you're not
Columbia
white, you're
website.
black.
My comment had nothing whatsoever to do with it being a black hairstyle. I knew that you were.
Can I mention, by the way, the original show used to actually be very politically incorrect. It wasn't like this, I promise you.
Black when I signed up for this class. That was important to me.
Right? That is a good point. I forgot about that, Marilyn. Miranda dated a black man. And she used to sit and watch Jules and Mimi. Yeah. It's like everybody has just been replaced by cyborgs.
You signed up for this class because I'm black?
Well, not just because you're black. I picked this class because you're such a force in academia.
So let me get this straight. If you care that she's black, you're racist. If you don't care she's black, you are also a racist. So just
on top of everything you do as a community activist. God.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The black guy was a doctor that she dated. Yeah, see, and this is why we were all so much better off back then. Because it didn't matter. It wasn't something notable. Oh, she was dating a black guy who was a doctor. It was just normal. And now you need to go through this whole entire production just to be around a black person.
I sound like such a brown nose. I mean...
Brown nose, but not brown like your skin. Brown like poop.
Please just forget that I ever said anything about your hair. Hair has nothing whatsoever to do with appropriateness or intelligence or gravitas, obviously. I mean, do I look like someone who attaches any significance to hair? I let mine go gray, and I don't care if it makes me look old. Not that I'm ageist. Do I sound ageist?
You really want me to answer that question?
Yeah, if you thought that was bad, just you wait.
This is X, Y, and Me, the podcast that talks about gender roles, sexual roles, and cinnamon rolls.
So, in the original, Carrie Bradshaw, who was actually very charming in the original show. I don't know why. In the movies, they turned her into a raging bitch. So if you were wondering if they'd fixed Carrie's character on the show, no, they have not. So now instead of writing, she is third banana on this podcast.
Representing the cisgender women is Carrie Bradshaw.
We're already calling Carrie a cisgender.
And representing the cishet men is the dude himself, Jackie Nee.
What up, sister, brother?
That's right, because I'm both and neither. I am Che Diaz.
Boo!
Diaz.
Your host and queer, non-binary Mexican
Irish diva representing everyone else outside these two boring genders.
Woke moment.
And yes,
This entire show is woke moment.
I know that no one person can represent all the genders and sexual orientations or an entire race, and I fully acknowledge that we are complicated,
diverse beings here on this wondrous planet.
Is it just me, or do you guys feel like there's somebody standing behind you who keeps tapping you on the shoulder to just lecture you about like queer theory and shit and race and all that?
Very best self.
Jackie, why don't you see women jerking it on the subway?
Why don't you see women jerking off on the subway? Maybe because there's differences between men and women. See, women are not pigs like men are, so you don't see women doing that. It's almost like there's a difference between the sexes. Who would have thunk it?
I was worried you were going to ask something sophomoric, like, what can I, as a straight cis male, personally do to eradicate the harmful patriarchal system of the gender binary and compulsory heterosexuality?
I hope everyone knows what they are doing to erase the gender binary and compulsory homosexual. First of all, compulsory. What do you mean compulsory? Who is compelling you? You are standing right here, living your life, making your millions. The fuck are you complaining about?
But for serious, I see dudes masturbating everywhere. I saw a guy jerking off on the J train today.
Woke moment.
sexual expression of any kind should always be discussed and consented to by all parties involved.
Unless it's just you and your sex toys. Then, go ahead. I like to masturbate at Yankee Stadium. Well,
bull fucking ass shit you do. I love how, like, see, here's the thing. These people who pretend to be non-binary have to work so hard to convince yourselves, like, this is a woman, but she's trying so hard to do her impression of what she thinks a guy is. So she jerks off in public and she drinks beer and spits. I don't know, whatever else it is she thinks.
I really get off on watching the bros try to figure out what I am. And it's not.
What do you mean figure out what you are? You are a woman. See those flappy things hanging from your chest? Those are breasts. See those things right here? Those are hips. We have a thing called secondary sex characteristics. You are not confusing. You are a woman. You are not a they, them. You are a woman. Bitches. You guys have to look at what this chick used to look like before she became a they, them. She was gorgeous. And she was like an opera singer and on Broadway and shit. Like, people, it's from the inside to the outside, this ideology. People wear it on their face. Exactly, Johnny. The boobs and hips, no.
An equal opportunity confuser. What about you, Carrie?
Oh, me what? What? Oh, what about me?
No one is confused. The only thing we're confused about is how this shit made it on the air. How you took a show that was so wonderful and so beautiful and turned it into this. That's what we're confused about.
Oh, you're asking me about?
I need a damn drink.
Yes, I'm asking you about masturbation, particularly you. Do you masturbate?
She's a sex columnist.
Please.
Why is she so like? Why is she like this?
Hey, it's Carrie. You got a minute?
Oh, sure.
You need to dialogue with us more.
Notice the COVID gloves. See, for them, it's just accessorizing. For everyone else, it's segregation masks. For them, they get to wear cute little accessories. Ugh.
Oh, just a few quick puffs. I'm so wired after a show. You want to hit?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
This really is like, have you guys seen that Family Guy clip where the person is at the bar and they're like, I'm transgender. And they're like, oh, so sorry. Do whatever you want all the time. That's what this is. Like, can you imagine anybody else at work, at their place of employment, just smoking weed in the elevator?
Today turned kind of raunchy.
Well, that's where it goes sometimes, and you need to go with it or the trolls will label you the uptight cisgender female married lady.
We're not 5 minutes in and they've called Carrie a cisgender 5 times already.
That's not who
I
you
need
are.
a drink.
It's not. Look, I really want this to work out for all of us, so I say this with love. You better step your pussy up.
Oh.
Ma'am.
Okay.
So
By the way, can you imagine a they, them like that? How their heads would explode if a guy said that to a woman. Oh, and she's apparently not a woman. She's a they, them. So, I mean, do they have any like podcast HR department? So they're other than Che Diaz, who we hate, The three new characters are there's rich black, poor black, and rich brown. And poor black isn't even poor, just like rich black. There's rich black and other rich black, but one rich black is like lesser rich black. So but we'll just call her poor black. So this is poor black and her husband, and he wants to have a baby. And something you will see in this series is that the men they don't get to have opinions. They don't get to have feelings. They don't get to be any consideration. So he wants a baby, but she doesn't because she is woman, hear her roar.
What do we think in time frame wise about our next IVF round?
I don't know, Andre. Now you're pushing me?
Am I? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. My bad. It's just...
See, it's not like women have any sort of biological desire to have kids.
In a non-manic, non-crazy lady way. I left corporate law recently after almost 30 years because I couldn't be part of the problem anymore. I was at home watching CNN when the Muslim ban was initiated.
There was no Muslim ban! Ugh. The visa waiver program of 2015, signed by Barack Obama, is what restricted travel. And Trump brought it back. There was no Muslim ban. This is what the left does, though. They come up with some ridiculous narrative, they name it, and then they repeat it in entertainment. And this is how they I think entertainment for the left politicians, they view them as sort of like their worker bees getting to carry out all their bullshit. Watch this season and just like that, I guarantee you they'll be talking about don't say gay. It's just marketing for all of their bullshit narrative.
I saw all those attorneys out at the airport because, my wearing a pink pussy hat just wasn't cutting it. I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Age! These are 60-year-old women. Ugh. Oh, and then we get here.
You masturbate.
Now, I should give you all a big trigger warning. You're going to see some shit tonight. You're going to see some things that you never wanted to see. And this is the beginning of it. So, here it is. We can cringe together.
Do you?
Do you?
Yes.
Of all the things I never needed to see in my life,
I want to see you.
Okay, what are you doing?
This
I'm
is high.
surprising myself.
This is high
You're
on that
surprising
list.
the hell out of me too.
A 60-year-old Sarah Jessica Parker
I just want to watch.
asking a 70-year-old Mr. Big to jerk off in front of her.
Getting some lube, I'm not 30.
I thought you were.
Is this supposed to be so unattractive? Is this supposed to be so unsexy?
You want me to masturbate or not?
Ugh. And if you're wondering when this scene is going to end and they're going to cut away from it, that ain't going to happen.
Just do what you usually do.
This scene just goes on and on and on and on.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, my
God. Anything special?
I see the wedding shoes. How could I not? Those blue shoes are the whole ball game.
The shoes are the whole ball game, not their relationship, not their marriage, not being husband and wife. The shoes. You vapid, materialistic whores. I told you, these people, see, the original show, they were just like, they liked their clothes or their restaurants or whatever, but now they are just sentient vacuums of human consumption. I swear, Sex and the City from the movies, maybe second movie onward, is gonna turn me into a friggin' socialist. I swear. Because they are just, I can only take a certain level of materialism. This is just too damn much.
Hey, I was thinking.
Please put this dress on. I want us all in florals.
I want to wear what I want to wear.
What is the problem? It isn't even poofy.
So her young daughter doesn't want to wear a poofy dress. Chat, where do you think this is headed? Let us know.
I like your outfit.
So they go to her recital, which, by the way, this is not even the Manhattan School of Music. This is Times Square. The Manhattan School of Music is on 125th in Claremont. This is bullshit. So I don't know who the hell put this show together. Oh, yes, Ramiro. and Tina. Girls are not allowed to not
She
like
looks like a
big
little
dresses.
Edie Beale.
Anthony?
Hey, I got hearing aids. I'm an old-timer now.
No, you're not. You
So
only
yeah,
have
all the
60%
characters
hearing
for
loss
some
in 1 year.
reason have aged like 1,000 years. He's like an old man who can't hear.
You're
Ugh.
40% in the other.
Dropping my bike.
I wanted you to meet my
I'm
mother-in-law.
trying to make a
Miss
drink with
Wexley.
one
Oh, it
hand.
is so nice to meet you.
Here, give that to Black Charlotte.
Black Charlotte. And I think that says so much because, sorry if you guys can't hear, I'm trying to mix my drink with one hand. Hold on. But yeah, Black Charlotte, this chick who's supposed to be Black Charlotte, isn't even like Charlotte. She has no character traits, no nothing, no plot, no story, but she's just supposed to be Black Charlotte. But for what? For what? Why?
Tell your son to stop.
So like I said, their minor son banging his girlfriend is basically in every episode for some reason, and they're just doing it everywhere. This show should be a cautionary tale for child abuse. I'm very pro child abuse after watching this. I think Joan Crawford had it right. She had some good points because they have all raised monsters. This is what happens when you don't discipline your kids.
What? Mom, you will not be sex shamed.
Tell Louisa I got the message.
Where are my Italians at, by the way? Can somebody who is Italian let me know what would have happened if you would have done this around your parents and said we won't be sex shamed? What would happen?
Let's go.
Yes.
So, Big stayed home to ride his exercise bike. And I knew once the dramatic piano started, I knew this ship was going down. We are in trouble.
John?
So he had a heart attack. She walks in. Let's see how Carrie responds to this. Look, he's moving. He's moving. Call 911, bitch. How long are you going to wait? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Just do something. You selfish cunt.
John! Oh, God. Oh, God, John. Oh.
Yeah, just play him. You're not the Just throw him in the water while he's having a heart attack. Don't call the police. Don't. This bitch is counting her millions that she's gonna inherit.
John.
Don't call an ambulance. Don't do CPR. Don't do anything. Just push there. Don't do anything.
And just like that, Big died.
And just like that, Sarah Jessica Parker ruined my fucking day. So, I have to, by the way, shout out, I don't know if they're in the chat, but shout out to, on Twitter, Miranda Hobbs's wig. I think that's what the Twitter is. Miranda Hobbs's wig actually said that this show saved her husband's life because she was like, I don't ever want to be like Carrie. I'm going to learn how to do CPR. And she did it. So everybody out there, my dad has had a heart attack before. Learn how to do CPR. It takes 2-3 minutes. It is so easy. There are videos all over YouTube. Remember to do it at the tempo of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. It is that easy. But this selfish bitch, I swear she was just counting the money she was going to inherit. Yeah, there is no way. There is no way Carrie would know CPR. I think she killed him. Actually, Johnny, let me tell you something. I picked up on a little hidden detail here. I figured out what killed him. We're going to get to that. Marie, I am Miranda Hobbs-Wig. You are amazing. I love you so much. Oh my God. You guys have to follow Miranda Hobbs-Wig on Twitter. This is amazing. See, I think this is like the good that can come from this show, to show people don't be like them. Don't be like Carrie. But it's weird that, like, I don't understand, though, how they made this woman so unlikable in every conceivable way. And it's like they're unaware of it. Like, it has to be intentional. I don't get it. Oh, and then, so yeah, 25 years we have watched this show and been invested in this relationship, and they just unceremoniously kill him off. And then they end it playing the ending song from the original series as just like an extra fuck you to the audience. So up until this point, when they killed Big, everything was just very dull and meh. It feels like it's like if you get a very expensive, very fancy package in the mail and you open it up and it's empty. And then once you've kind of resigned yourself to accept that emptiness, you look inside the box and a hand comes out and punches you in the fucking face. That's what this was. Yeah, they are a cautionary tale. So I don't know why did they have to do this? For what reason? So how is Carrie going to... Ooh, thank you for the super chat, Suela. I know they had to kill off Big because of the sexual harassment lawsuits. Ooh, that's interesting. So actually, I wonder about that because they filmed it way before it was made public. I think so. The actor who plays Big got Me Too'd. And I think the allegations came out right around the time that this premiered. So I wonder if they knew about them and they were like, hey, just hold off making it public and we'll put him out of the show. I wonder what the details are on it. I haven't read that, but it's probably bullshit. Yeah, though. So the love of her life just died. Take a wild guess. Who do you think Carrie is going to be thinking of? What is the first word out of her mouth going to be? Who will her first consideration be for?
What do I do now?
I. Not my love, not nothing, just I. What am I going to do? You selfish bitch.
Take him away.
No, it meant me.
Of course you meant me. You always mean me. See, that's what I'm saying, though. It's weird that the show has no concept of this. Like, they don't understand how she comes across. They don't understand. I don't know, because the thing is, in the show, in the original series, she could be self-absorbed, but they would call her out about it, and there would be pushback. No more.
What do I do now?
By the way, Kim Cattrall was right. Like, she's got to be such a nightmare in real life.
Oh, honey.
Ugh.
I'm gonna make us some coffee and then we'll figure out what we need to do here. Well, we can talk about that over coffee. Where's your coffee?
It's in the freezer. Okay. Somewhat.
Coffee.
See, I was convinced that there was going to be a storyline where Carrie had dementia. I was like, she's putting her coffee in the freezer. She doesn't remember what was just said. Carrie has dementia. But no, it just went nowhere. Aw, Marie, thank you so much for the sticker. Love you. And your hair is way better than Miranda's. So now Carrie has to plan the funeral. And just watch. By the way, let me just say, I've discovered what is so horrible about this and why you can't have Sex in the City in the woke era. Because the original series was about 4 distinctly different points of view and them sort of debating different topics. Today, you're not allowed to have different points of view. So there's no conflict in the show. That's why they had to kill him, because there's nothing else to do. You can't have disagreement. You can't have discussion. You can't have different perspectives.
Hampton space. Elegant, serene, understated.
I'm just her friend.
My apologies.
Oh, it's fine. Go home and lie down.
So Carrie is very upset with Charlotte for going with her to look at funeral homes. God, what a monster. And crying and being emotional because Carrie is dead on the inside. And it's weird that they never acknowledge this. Like that she's an emotionless, vapid, selfish, vapid lady.
No, but just for an hour, there's so much to do. Are you sure you're okay by yourself?
I think I'd prefer it.
Ugh. Woke moment.
Now, if you thought the classroom scene was bad, oh, just you wait. By the way, I feel like I'm not EFAPing. Do I need to be EFAPing? Should I be concerned about, like, getting struck down? Where's Millie and Cody? Okay, so apparently EFAP is like you have to pause it every so often. I don't know if I'm doing that.
Right. It's in here somewhere. It'll just be a second. Sorry.
Please step to the side until you do.
No, it's right here. I'm just...
Hello. This is Professor Nia Wallace. She teaches law here. You can let her through.
Not without an ID, I can't.
Wait, but I was told black people don't know how to get IDs.
I can vouch for her. Here, I'm Miranda Hobbs. I'm in her class.
Yeah, well, you ain't her.
Miranda, it's okay. It's in here somewhere. Just one more place. If not, I'll step out. Sorry.
I don't understand why you're questioning her identity.
I'm not questioning her identity. I'm waiting for her to show me her ID.
Well, it's interesting because you barely glanced at mine when I went through. Can I have your name?
No.
Here it is.
Thank you. Come on through, Professor Wallace.
How did she do that on her own? How did she ever live without Karen?
Say something.
Did you?
Excuse me?
Did you have to say something?
Oh. One of the important takeaways I got from How to Be an Anti-Racist is if you see something, you have to speak on it. You have to call it out.
Well, that's very noble of you, even if a tad bit white savior complex. But the reality is you just inflamed a situation that was perfectly fine. He needed to see my ID. It was somewhere in my bag.
I'm shocked they even made that woman so sensible. I mean, does that even pass for sensible nowadays? I don't know. But anyway, also, I should mention, I feel like I figured out why all of them are acting so strangely. Prescription drugs. That has to be it. I think Carrie is on, like, boatloads of meds, and that's why she's emotionless and she's dead inside. Charlotte is, like, hopped up on planet Zoloft, God knows what. But so anyway, Carrie the other funeral homes weren't good enough for her because they didn't have the right image, because that's all these people care about is image. So they found some, like, cold art gallery to have his funeral.
What a chic place for a funeral.
Trust me, it's the only chic place for a funeral.
What a chic place for a funeral. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's like a cultural thing. You could never do this with Italians. They would be, like, screaming bloody murder if their spouse died.
Thank God for these lesbians.
You okay?
I said no flowers.
No flowers, nothing, no joy. Nothing that could bring any human emotion or joy.
We hung up.
Well, who's it even from?
The character assassination. Samantha would have never just sent flowers. She would have been there. However, if this were real, she did a good thing because Samantha is so much better than these people. They're horrible friends. They're horrible people. And she got the fuck away from them.
They can stay.
Hey.
But it's true. He always said, Gloria knows more about me than I know about myself.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't that sound intriguing? So they bring in Mr. Big Secretary and say, oh, she knows all his secrets. She knew more about him than he knew about himself. And it is never mentioned again. The Jews would never. The Jews would never put up with this shit either. That's right. Motionless antidepressants diet. Oh, that's a good point, Millie. I think it's cultural, maybe a class thing, if anything. I feel like even for rich people, they're very, I don't know, dead inside.
He was one of a kind. He kept me on for years when all the others got rid of their old gals. Bastards. I mean the men, not the old gals.
Am I wrong, or does this sound like it was written by ChatGPT? Like they take moments that I don't understand why it's a scene, why it's on TV, why this is a conversation anyone needs to hear. It sounds like The Room.
Well, that's quite a dress.
Thank you. I wanted to do him proud.
Mission accomplished.
Do him how about do him proud by like being a decent person and living a good life? Not your outfit, you selfish cunt.
Got you. Used to be a bouncer at a dyke bike club.
Don't worry though, Che Diaz is here. It's okay, everyone. Che Diaz is here.
So.
Ugh.
I need to be at the side of my best friend during her husband's funeral, and I need my husband at my side on the other side.
Now, I think this is where there's a cultural split, because I know the ladies like this character, Stanford. I don't think I've ever met a gay guy who likes this character. Let me know, chat. Let me know if I'm wrong. I have always despised him so much. I call it Stanford Blatch syndrome, by the way. These gay guys who are just perfectly fine being like the little lapdog to the female narcissist.
Can I have a glass of Chablis, please?
So Miranda has started drinking, and it appears to be 10 a.m.
How lucky. How lucky we all are. And how sad.
Thank you, Sage. Yeah, so they have this abortion of a funeral where everyone is very prim and proper and silent and very uppity. I would be furious. My ghost would be furious if this were my funeral. Can you imagine?
How very, very sad. But for today, let us remember how lucky.
Again, a eulogy written by ChatGPT. How lucky and how sad, but how lucky. Most impersonal. Ugh. These people piss ice water.
Carrie wrote it.
Carrie wrote it! Carrie wrote it! That's what she wrote about her own husband for his eulogy. How lucky and how sad, but how lucky. So, of course, the one Italian there is the only person who starts sobbing and displays some human emotions. And everyone there is like, what? Emotions at a funeral? No, we have to put a stop to this. But Che Diaz is there. Ugh.
Amazing. Running around, she's producing this whole thing, you know. If it were you in that box, that would be a total mess.
Oh, don't worry, Steve. Just you wait. She's gonna put you in that box.
She's not even crying.
Yeah.
But he's not a pro.
Wow.
Do they?
Cool.
Great.
Wait, so first of all, do the people who make this show ever think that maybe it's like not enjoyable to watch a show about people with no emotions, people who have no heart, no nothing? So anyway, though, this is Miranda's son, and the wonderful person that is Che Diaz is getting him high. He is a minor, and again, it appears to be early afternoon. So
I'm picking up the pipe that my man here threw to the ground.
He is not your man. He is my son, and he is not a man. He is a minor.
that is the first sensible thing you've heard Miranda say, and it will be the last.
I could have you arrested.
Okay, so I was just standing here minding my own business, not
corrupting a minor when he came over and asked me for a hit.
He's 17.
Stop.
Can you imagine
No, you have embarrassed your...
giving a minor pot at a funeral? And the show is supposed to be, they're portraying Miranda as being like the irrational one. Like, we're supposed to be on this fucking evil bitch's side. The wig. Yes, the wig. Oh, Miranda Hobbs wig on Twitter. You guys have to check it out. Oh, it's horrible. It looks like it came from Party City.
Yourself. Why are you even here? What are you, some kind of a funeral pot pusher?
No, I'm not, but that is a great idea for an untapped market.
No, that is wait, let's look at this. That is not the same actor who played Brady as a kid. They had to get somebody else, and they somehow chose the most unlikable person imaginable, just like the rest of them. So the message is that Miranda needs to loosen up, but kids can do anything they want. 100%.
Yeah.
You think this is funny?
Well, not yet, but give me an hour or two and I'll work it into a solid tight 10.
I'm gonna rip your goddamn head off.
Okay, just chill, all right? Slow your roll.
I have
Only
no
sensible
intention
thing
of slowing my
in the show.
anything. This is my son.
And they're
going
gonna
to
show us why
on
she's
God
very
knows what.
wrong.
Miranda, I want you to meet someone.
Ugh,
This is
the
my
devil.
podcast boss.
I want you to
Che
meet
Diaz.
Lucifer.
I didn't think his age was even a factor. Probably because I've been smoking weed since I was 13.
Why didn't you tell me who you were?
I've been smoking weed since I was 13, and didn't you turn out great? Who wouldn't want to be like Che Diaz?
Start again. I'm Che Diaz.
Yeah, seriously, Marie. The last time we see Miranda act like Miranda, yeah. Ugh, I can't. For those of you who didn't watch the original show, I cannot emphasize enough. The characters were actually emotional, and they had depth and were multi-layered. She was strong. I don't know what happened to her. So yeah, this is the last time you'll see any of that.
Miranda
from her.
Hobbs.
Hi.
Che, as in Che Guevara?
Who
Che
would
is
have
the first three letters
beheaded
of
the
Cheryl.
both of you?
And you don't seem like a Miranda.
Oh?
Huh.
What do I seem like?
A Rambo. Yeah.
Wasn't that cute? You are going to hear it about 57 more times.
Well, at least that's all behind me.
At least that's done with. Ugh.
I guess this is what happens when you request no flowers, please.
Oh, those horrible bastards, those assholes sending you flowers? Something that might show a thoughtful gesture or bring some joy? What assholes? I'm so sorry that happened to you, Carrie.
I can take that lox to the synagogue if it's still good in the morning.
Yes, please do.
Ugh. So they bring Big's ashes back in a box.
Charlotte's on her way up. Stanford, you have to go and hide. If she sees you two, she'll think I didn't call her.
Well, why would she think that?
Because I didn't call her.
Is something wrong?
And there's Stanford, you know, waiting for any little scraps that he's thrown from the women. Whatever crumbs they'll give him. Ugh. I hate that guy so much. I've always wanted to write a book, by the way, about that archetype. And I've always wanted to call it Goodbye, Stanford Blatch. But now I can't because the actor is dead. You know, God rest his soul and all, but God, I hate him.
I didn't call her because she tends to run a little emotional, and this situation is emotional enough. So, Stanny, can you please go hide?
Well.
So, of course, the little gay bitch needs to go and hide because, you know, whatever his female narcissist masters tell him to do. And Carrie did not call Charlotte to be there because she has emotions. Can't have that.
I just stopped by on my way home because I went to the Good magazine place today and I brought you British Vogue.
Thank you, Charlotte, for being such a kind and considerate friend. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Charlotte.
British Vogue and Italian.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Stanford?
Where?
He just like
why are they friends with this
into
bitch?
the bedroom.
Come out, Stanny.
Sorry, I went back.
By the way, like I said, in the original series, like first of all, Carrie was actually likable in the original series, but when she was being a bitch, they called her the fuck out. Now, I mean, they just chase after her like little puppy dogs, and I don't get why she's such a bitch.
For my martini? I told you I'm not a good hider.
That you would call Stanford over me.
Well,
Just let it go.
Okay, the truth is, I didn't call you because you get so emotional.
Because I cried at the funeral.
Because you're
someone
crying
died.
now.
I'm sorry. It's just... You seem so mad.
I am mad. Mad at
dare you
myself,
cry
not
at
you.
someone's death?
I should have gone to the Hamptons with Big on Wednesday night. Like I wanted to! Yeah, sorry, Phil.
No wire hangers! And that's the end of that episode. So, 2 episodes down. Where are we? So, Big is dead. His funeral was an abomination. That's about it. Oh, yes, Miranda is now Rambo. Ugh. Just, ugh. Now, if you thought that was bad, hang on to your ass cheeks because the comedy concert is on its way. The comedy concert. And this is also the episode where we are going to find out what really killed Mr. Big.
Pants on. I want to jump over this table and ride you like a motherfucking city bike. And by that, I mean, after I come, I want to dump you on 14th Street. Boom! See?
She's trying so hard to be a man, but it is such an act. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you and then dump you because I'm not a woman, I'm a they. Shut the fuck up, Che.
With the slam!
Nah, she's not old enough to qualify for credit yet.
Joking about sex with a minor is never acceptable, especially if the joke's as lame as that one!
Can you imagine hanging out with this person?
So, I'll see you at your Netflix taping Friday.
Oh, no, dude, you don't have to come to that. It's...
You
Netflix.
came to my funeral.
They gave
I'm
Che
coming to your
Diaz
comedy
a
show.
Netflix show.
And Che is funny.
Oh, good. I'm glad you think so because you're coming with me to their comedy concert Friday night.
I am?
To their comedy concert.
okay, well, this has been building for years, so
And there's
I'm just gonna
Stanford
say it.
waiting for his
You
scraps.
think I'm not part of the inner circle? That's right. My therapist thinks it's because you're threatened by my relationship with Carrie.
Let me break it down. These are 2 people in their 60s waiting for whatever little scraps they're thrown from this narcissistic bitch. Why? Like, be your own person. You're married. You should have a life. Like, talking to your therapist about who's best friends with Carrie. And who wouldn't want to be, truly.
You've been talking about me in therapy?
You've come up. Gimlet?
I hereby make a bequest in the amount of $1 million.
So they go to Big's will reading.
Natasha?
His ex-wife.
What is this?
And
I
he's
knew
left
nothing about it.
$1 million.
When people have unfinished business, they tend to throw money at it.
Aw, thank you so much for the super chat, Frishes. The problem is that they're not doing storylines that admit that the characters are older women now. Yes, they're older women dealing with young women's problems, and it feels false. That's a good point. Well, it's weird because it's like it's not only that they're giving them problems of like teenagers, but they make them look so old and unappealing. And Steve can't hear, and Miranda is great. So it's like they simultaneously are like 12 and 90. So anyway, Natasha was Big's first wife, who Carrie had an affair with him when they were married. And back then, when we as a culture actually, you know, had some semblance of morals, that was seen as a negative thing. That was bad to have an affair. Today, you know, we have to accept everything. So anyway, Big left the ex $1 million, and that is going to be a very big problem
get off the deck.
because they have
You
no
just scooped over-
problems. And that's really, by the way, this whole thing. There is no conflict. There are no, like, it is basically just rich people trying to create problems and find problems because they have none.
A little bit, baby girl. I'm falling off the bed here.
I hate it when you call me that.
You know where this is going.
You are my baby, and you will always be my baby no matter how big you get.
You know where this is going.
I'm not talking about the baby part. I'm talking about the girl part.
What do you mean?
You knew that was coming.
I don't feel like a girl.
Mom, is this all the mothballs left?
Yes, use a scoop.
You knew that was coming the moment that you saw her skateboarding and not wanting to wear a dress. Girls are not allowed to do that now. Take your hormones, Rose.
I don't know where those hands have been.
And so they're still fucking in Miranda's house. Like I said, this show is a cautionary tale because these people, being the vapid hoes that they are, have raised their children to be monsters. He sucks. Charlotte's kids suck. They're horrible people.
What a bad idea to let them have sex in the house.
Why? Do you have a time machine?
Can you imagine? Let me know, anybody whose parents are like Italian or Jewish or Greek or anything like that. Can you imagine so openly as a teenager banging in your parents' house? I would have been chased out of the house with a fucking broomstick. So now we spent, okay, wait, I have to say, we are about to find out what killed Big. So, Carrie, because, like I said, there's no conflict in this show, there are no actual problems. Carrie is wandering around her house, and we're going to spend half the episode of Carrie just walking and wandering around. So she's looking through things, she's fucking calling herself. She's a bored, lonely woman. So she finds Big's wallet. What could be in his wallet? Now, do you guys remember how Big died? What is in that wallet? What is that? How did Big die again? I think he might have had big carditis. Look, COVID-19 vaccination record card. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 4 vaccines. How did he die again? Gee. And of course, this is never mentioned. This was supposed to be like, yeah, take it. That's wonderful. Of course he has that. Might want to ask what gave him that heart attack, Carrie, but of course you won't.
Rose told me that she does not want to be called a girl anymore. Doesn't feel like a girl.
Uh-huh. She's a kid. Ignore it.
I'm her.
Thank you. By the way, this guy, Anthony, I hope he has a good chiropractor to go to from carrying the show on his back. He's the only one there who has any energy, any characterization, anything. And even with the horrible writing that they give him.
Mother.
But thank you. Thank you. This is, again, the only common sense you will hear in this.
Everyone.
Well, fuck everyone. When she was 6, she told you she was a dog. Is she a dog now? No.
But I can't just ignore this. And when she was 6, I put down a bowl of water on the floor for a week.
You're too indulgent.
Of course you did. You know what? Sometimes it takes a gay. Sometimes it just takes a gay. That is the only common sense you will hear in this.
You don't think that this is something?
Well, who knows? When I was little, I wanted to be Tinkerbell. Did my mother cut holes in my school blazer for my wings? Who knows what she's gonna grow into? So relax.
Amen. That is the last common sense you will hear. That is the only person who will say anything other than affirm, affirm.
Already happened.
So Carrie is spiraling about Natasha, and, you know, this bitch must have inherited, what, 50 million, 60 million, something like that. He gave the ex, clearly as like an apology, $1 million, and, oh, that's her big life problem now. These people have too much time and too much money on their hands.
She just blocked me on Instagram.
Okay, she's
You're middle-aged! A fungal, she blocked you. God. She blocked her. So Carrie spends the whole episode basically stalking Natasha, who doesn't want to see her. And like I said, in the original show, they would kind of keep it real with her. They would, they would argue back and forth. They would have disagreements. Look at them now. I mean, everyone just follows after Carrie like they're little lost puppy dogs, and I don't understand why. No wonder Kim Cattrall didn't want to come back.
Carrie, are you aware that thousands of people jog every morning at 6 a.m. and everyone has a dog?
Still
So
walking? I am worried.
So the whole episode, she's just walking around the city talking about herself, because it's not enough for Carrie to do something. She has to let everyone know and has to talk about herself to everyone else.
Worried about you. Well, you should be. I'm a mess.
Should be.
You're not a mess, Carrie. You're just...
Charlotte, you have to let me say I'm a mess.
Thank you, Charlotte, for being such a thoughtful friend, being on the phone with me as I'm talking nonsense.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate it. I do. But nobody can make me feel better. I have to get there myself. Which is going to take a hell of a lot more walking. But first, I have to pee, so I'm going to go in this little shop here, and I'm going to buy a coffee so I can use their bathroom.
Why is this? I don't understand why we need to be hearing this. Well, I was walking and I'm going to pee and I'm going to get a coffee. Like, why do we need to know this? Why does she need to know this? And again, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, exactly. Charlotte, you have to agree with everything I say.
I'm going to not feel bad. Oh, and then I'm going to have to pee again in Chelsea.
Got it.
Thank you, Charlotte, for listening to me.
At a coffee shop.
So she finally gets Natasha. And by the way, can I just say, it is so lovely for one scene to see one person who is a real actress, who has their real face and can make real emotions in it and has real feelings. So she straightens things out with Natasha. And that's that. And of course,
At
it
my
never
job?
gets mentioned again.
Where are you going to hunt me down next, Carrie? In the shop?
So, which brings us to, ladies and gentlemen, the Che Diaz comedy concert. Who's excited?
Dated men. I've dated women. I've dated men who actually know how to please a woman. He was nice.
What about they, thems,
I've
bigot?
dated pretty much everyone in here. Cheer if I fucked you.
Fuck them with what? You don't have anything. Like, she's trying so hard to do an impersonation of what she thinks a man is.
Cheer if you fuck me. Cheer if you want me to fuck you.
Ooh, no, nobody wants you. You are a big fat bull dyke. Nobody wants you to fuck them. I mean, maybe some, no, even the lesbians don't want you, right? Lesbians, tell us in the chat. I'm going to bet you don't want this, they, them.
People have no idea how to process gender individuality. And that is...
Keep in mind, this is supposed to be a comedy concert. Carrie calls it clapter, and that's exactly what this is.
Because every time we are represented in mainstream media, we have to be from some other galaxy, right? Or like some super skinny model. Or like an ethereal magical elf with an ethereal...
Yeah, you know all those super skinny model they-thems. All those they-thems that are super skinny and super models.
Magical elf septum nose ring.
What is she even talking about?
When we are earthbound, we are always at a murder scene, never at a birthday party. Oh, and there's always only one of us, never with a friend.
How many of you are there supposed to be? I mean, should there be 10 Che Diaz's on this show? Should it be a show of Che Diaz's? By the way, the scary thing is that a bunch of people said when this came out, oh, this would never be a comedy special. Oh, no, this would be exactly a comedy special. They probably have 10 things like this on Netflix. Yeah, Ash. Hannah Gadsby 2.0. Ugh.
Just one sad non-binary character, or just one sad trans character just wandering. I'm so sad and alone. I have got news for those motherfuckers. I'm not always sad.
You guys, I'm not sad. I'm not sad all the time, you guys. I'm a really happy person, and everybody thinks I'm sad, but I'm really not sad. I have friends. I really have
friends. And I'm not always alone. I have community, I have allies, I have friends, lots of them.
I have lots of friends, you guys. I have people really like my company and really want to be around me, and I'm not sad because I have lots of friends.
Listen, put our real asses on TV, okay? All right? I am queer.
Well, there's a lot of it.
And non-binary. And bisexual.
Ugh. Look at the audience. I fucking hate when they do that, by the way.
My family fucking loves me.
My family, they like me. My family likes me. They love me. They really do. And so do my friends. And so do the people that I'm not alone with, because I'm always with all my friends and my family that loves me.
She, they, them. Oh, please tell me which box to check. But you know
Notice how nobody is talking about this except her.
I say better
no one
to
cares.
be confused than to be sure. Because, right? Change your address, change your job, change your mind, change your gender.
Change your gender. Whatever happened to Born This Way? It's funny, by the way, I was arguing about that with somebody the other day. I was like, notice how the alphabet people, when was the last time you heard them use the phrase born this way? You know, whether people agree with that or not, these people do not believe in that anymore. They think just change your gender, change your sexual orientation.
Change your shirt. No, really, man, change your shirt. Banana Republic hasn't sold that shirt in like 5 years.
God.
So I just want to say to all those people out there who are so fucking sure.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Yeah, bisexual. Wait a second. I'm queer. I am non-binary. I am bisexual. What do you mean bisexual? Bi is two. So what are you? Bisexual. It's just a matter of time until they say the B is problematic.
All those people who make TV and who write for newspapers and magazines and who run news shows, and everyone who wants us to be alone and sad, I just want to say, suck my dick.
Nobody gives a shit if you're sad, happy, joyful. Nobody cares.
Actually, I don't have a dick. If I did, I would have had the special 5 years ago. Good night, America!
No, you wouldn't. No, you would not.
I just wanted to hear your voice.
So Charlotte was so
Make sure that
moved
you
by
know how
Che
much I love
Diaz's comedy concert that she had to call her daughter up and be like, "Oh, I love you so much, and you're right. You're not a girl. Just because you want to not wear dresses and skateboard, you're definitely a boy." Affirm.
You are so amazing up there. Amazing. You are like a comedy prophet.
Oh, shit.
A comedy prophet. Ugh. I don't know why. Again, you're 60 years old, acting like a little teenage girl. Ugh.
Okay, do me a favor. Stop talking and just breathe.
Okay. But could I just say one more thing?
I think you could use some weed. Do you mind if I shotgun you?
Ugh. 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 I don't know.
Can I talk to you about something that's been on my mind?
First of all, I don't know who let Cynthia Nixon just play herself, because I don't know if you guys have seen Cynthia Nixon's wife, but she makes Che Diaz look like a beautiful woman. So anyway, we missed it before because we were probably bitching about something, but Charlotte found all the empty vodka bottles in Miranda's bag. And now you're going to see what happens when someone tries to talk to Carrie Bradshaw about something that is not about Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes, I think so.
It's about Miranda and her drinking. I know she has a lot going on, but I think she has a problem.
God, really? I mean, aren't we all just drinking
What? Something that's not about me? I don't want to hear this.
too much? Because there's a lot to drink about lately. In fact, if we're going to have this conversation, I'm going to need a drink.
What? No, we were supposed to be talking about me, Charlotte. How dare you?
It's different. Yesterday, I found 3 tiny Tito's bottles in her backpack, empty. 3 tiny Tito's bottles. That is weird.
Shut up. We're supposed to be talking about me.
And tonight, before the show, I noticed she had 2 glasses
You're playing
of wine.
chess? Well, look at my
Okay,
chess.
could you stop noticing things?
Can you stop noticing things? That is what a great friend Carrie is. That someone comes to her, hey, I think your best friend has a very serious drinking problem. Well, just stop noticing it. By the way, this is probably what she did with Big. Because if you notice the scenes of them together, he looked like shit. Maybe if Carrie wasn't such a selfish cunt, just thinking about herself and her clothes, she would have noticed that he looked like shit. Maybe she would have taken him to a doctor. Maybe she would have gotten Miranda some help with her drinking problem. But just stop noticing things. Stop noticing things. And that's the end of the episode. Oh, I can't. I feel like I can feel, you know, that electric mixer for scrambled eggs? I feel like somebody put it through my ear and is scrambling my brains around. Whew. Well, before we continue to the next episode, it's very hot in here. I'm going to open the window. So in the meantime, let's have a very quick word from our sponsors.
It's time for my grifting. Give me all your money. Don't just be a drifter. Help me be a grifter.
Fuck you, pay me.
Thank you guys. So if you like my stuff, subscribe to my locals community. I have a Patreon, become a channel member. I'm working on some big videos and more live shows. I have some really exciting panels coming up that are going to be really fun. So join all my stuff, do the things, send us your super chats as we make our way through this abomination season 1.
I'd like to quickly confirm a colonoscopy for Harry Goldenblatt for Friday at 10. Sorry, I feel like I shouted that.
See what I mean? By the way, none of these are things that should be on TV. Like how, okay, great. He's getting a colonoscopy and she's in her closet. Every other scene, she's fucking rearranging her closet. I think Marie said that on Twitter.
How have you been?
Hey, okay. How you been?
I'm good.
It's like there's no story. It's just scenarios. Like Carrie's in her closet and now she's in the bodega and now she's at the lamp store and now she's with the realtor and Charlotte's husband needs a colonoscopy and now, okay, so now we are introduced to our next new character, Rich Brown, who is Indian and single and a realtor and nothing else.
Seema. That's such a pretty name.
It means boundary in Hindi, which is hilarious because I have none.
Everyone I've invited is vanilla.
The Wexleys can't be the only black couple at the dinner.
You're gonna think we don't have any black friends.
These people have lived in New York for what, 30 years, 40 years? And it's like they've never met a black person.
Friends.
Why don't you just ask the Jenkins in 4C?
Jenkins, yes, I
So they have to just find a black
pop in,
person, any
say
black
hi.
person.
We'll do it another time.
To come to their dinner
always
party.
say we'll do it another time. Let's just get her done. I'll tell you what. You text me when you know that you definitely can't come. And in the meantime, that is just the most lovely sweater. Where'd you get it?
J. Crew.
Well, it is just
Good
gorgeous.
for this chick.
Have a great rest.
Having none of her shit. By the way, that is Rebecca Naomi Jones, who is a brilliant Broadway actress. And this is what they have her doing. Being black chick number 7 in a sweater.
Of your day.
So insulting.
With that artist you dated?
Who do you mean, the performance artist with the big juicy ass? Oh, you mean the hot black guy?
Anthony, he is more than just his race. He is a person. And
He is more than his race. He is a person. Now help us get any black person to come to our dinner.
yes, by
Because
any
they're more than
chance,
their
are
race.
you and Jeff free for dinner tomorrow night?
Who's Jeff?
So
Miranda Hobbs, are you about to tell me that motherhood isn't worth it?
It depends on the day. Like today when
Yes, like Tina said earlier, it's all just, this is beyond tokenism. This is like the Olympics of tokenism. Ugh.
My son called me a bitch because I sent his girlfriend home and forced him to do his homework. 100%.
No.
Not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. When my last round of IVF didn't go through, I felt a huge wave of relief.
Look, it's like basically like the show is saying, look, black people are selfish cunts just like white people. She doesn't want no kids.
And listen, my husband and I, we love our life. I mean, nobody's
Marie.
perfect, but my life.
Wig's looking rough.
Close, right?
Get Marie in here.
I just want someone to create a dating site that's called, "Here's the man you've been searching for."
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, Esteban. Jennifer Hudson was Carrie's assistant. What happened to her? And they tried to make Carrie into, like, the fairy godmother.
And you're never married, not divorced?
No, happily not divorced.
Well, I think it's great that you're still putting yourself out there.
Yes.
Remember that, by the way, because this insufferable bitch is gonna take super huge offense at that. And by the way, let me say, like, these actresses who are the new people, I mean, they're doing nothing in the show because they're given nothing to do. But I'm sure that they're perfectly fine in other things. Like, she's a beautiful woman. Okay, they put decent clothes on her, but she has nothing else to do. So it's like they're letting down even the people that they claim to be promoting.
Well, I am.
Lisa and Herbert run in an eclectic, diverse crowd. But right now, everyone is talking about Black literature. You read the article I sent you, right?
Black literature.
So name a few modern Black authors that every person is reading.
But Charlotte was a conservative. That was her entire character, that she was very conservative and very romantic and very traditional, very old-fashioned. You're not allowed to be anymore. Now she has to be just woke far left like the rest of them. There's no difference. Okay, so now that Cynthia Nixon is playing Cynthia Nixon is a socialist. So there's no daylight between her views and Charlotte's. Charlotte is just as far left as Cynthia Nixon now.
Sadie Smith?
Zadie with a Z.
Can't I just say I love Michelle Obama's book?
How is Black literature any different than any other literature? Thank you, Esteban. Charlotte giving serious plantation mistress vibes.
Acceptable that we do not have a more diverse friendship circle. So tonight, bring your A game.
Wow. God, and that's another thing. Of course, like, the Black people in this cannot be anything but Black. So you go into their house, it's pictures of the colored entrance, and it's pictures of little Black babies, and Black everything, black-eyed peas, everything Black.
Hi, Gwen. Hi. I haven't seen you since Leo transferred to Dalton.
I'm not Gwen.
Anybody read the new Zadie Smith book?
It's like this show is not only about people about aliens who just stepped off a spaceship and are dealing with humans for the first time, but I think it was also written by aliens who just stepped off a spaceship and are dealing with humans for the first time.
The Gordon Parks photographs are amazing. And the one by Carrie Mae Weems. The collection includes Deborah Roberts and, Barclay Hendricks.
So she used to
and
give
early work by Derek Adams, which is
a lecture
like
on
owning
Black
early sheet
artists.
music by Beethoven. And then
And they approve. Granny approves here. She's like, "Ooh, this white devil's okay with me."
my personal favorite
white devil
is
knows a black
Nicotine
eye.
Thomas in there. She did the very first portrait of First Lady Michelle Obama.
I loved her book.
Michelle Obama, clap, clap,
So-
clap. Ugh.
Just to like...
So Carrie but she's back at her old apartment. She takes Big's ashes and, of course, sticks them up in the
Figure out
closet
where you really want to be.
because she is a selfish cunt. Ugh. Ugh. And so the actor who played Stanford sadly passed away. So I guess they didn't want to have two people die. So they just wrote him off. He wrote her a letter. I've moved to Japan. And that's the send-off he gets after 25 years. I mean, I can't stand the character, but I'm sure the actor was, a perfectly decent person. Actually, I don't want to say anything bad about the dad. But yeah, that's the goodbye he gets.
Always does. Oh, there was a little mishap. I was moving a photo into a drawer and the glass broke. And it just shattered.
Why were you even touching it?
Well, it was a personal item and you were supposed to tuck it away. I'll just replace the glass.
I want her life. I want her life for one day where this is the biggest problem in her life. Oh, the glass on the frame broke.
You can't just replace the glass. The glass is not replaceable.
That's true, Marie. It's a longer Post-it note. She got broken up on a Post-it with twice.
I'm sorry.
Well, you don't seem very sorry. You're sitting there, pretty casually. Oh, we'll just replace the glass. It's no big deal. No worries.
When we were talking about me dating, you said something like, well, no, it wasn't something like, I remember exactly what it was. You said, well, it's great. You're still putting yourself out there. Well, it's great. You're still putting yourself out there. Good.
Can you imagine having to be around these people where, oh, you said you're still putting yourself out there, not instead of you are putting yourself out there? And I'm very offended. God, I just could never be around people like that where you have to watch every single word you say. Also, yes, you're still putting yourself out there. You're 60 years old. Your eggs are drying up. Where are you going?
Good for you, Seema, trying to find yourself a man to marry after all those years of no luck.
Yeah, basically.
And just like that, we began our real friendship.
That's your real friendship. Oof. Get out now, Seema. Get out now. We began our real friendship. I am so sorry for anyone that has to be friends with this miserable, miserable person.
It's your hip.
So, like I said, these characters are basically simultaneously 12 and 70. So Carrie needs to get her hip replaced. That is a real storyline.
Started an Excel spreadsheet so that we could all take turns helping out with Carrie's recovery post-surgery.
You guys, this is...
Thank you, Charlotte, for being such a kind and considerate friend taking care of me in my surgery. They're all basically like her servants. I mean, if this is how they were going to write it, they really should have just made Charlotte and Miranda black because they're basically her slaves.
Great. Does anyone have anything else before we break for this week? Veronica.
Nothing official. I just wanted to say how funny Rock was in the school play. Oh my goodness.
Here it comes.
Yes, Rock, yes! Rock. Yes, Rock was a total rock star.
Wait, who's Rock? Did I somehow miss a new kid?
No, Rock, you're...
Did everyone just freeze?
I assumed you knew.
Wait, what is happening?
They transed her daughter.
School to call her Rock.
Well, Rose, did you change your name at school to Rock?
Yeah.
You changed your name?
And you didn't want to tell...
Did you catch how casual that was? Huh, you changed your name? Huh, righteous dude. See, this is what happens when you try to be friends with your kids. Don't be friends with your kids. This is why they raise monsters.
My name is Rock, the new kid on the block. R-O-C-K Rock. R-O-C.
And by the way, look how feminine she is. Like, she might be a tomboy, but she is still so visibly a girl. Ugh.
Hey, Rock! R-O-C-K Rock, we get it. Did you do this because your friend Ellen changed her name to Eli?
No, it's because I feel like Rock. And Eli now goes by Scout.
When I was 12, I felt like fucking Ziggy Stardust.
Well, good for Scout. So let me get this straight. Everyone at school is now calling you Rock, even your teachers.
Yeah, they're cool with it.
Oh, hey.
Ugh.
How long was I asleep?
10 minutes?
Oh, look at this bitch
think I
wearing
have to
fucking
pee.
pearls in the hospital bed.
Wait.
After surgery.
More people.
It was your boss.
Do I have a boss?
Che, she's on her way up with dinner for you. How nice is that?
No.
Thank you.
No more people, and it's not she.
No. How?
It's they. They are on their way up.
Right, I knew that.
How about thank you, they?
No, you weren't, because I'm in a hospital gown on a toilet, and I don't need company, so please make that Che visit not happen.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, do the writers not realize what an entitled, narcissistic, miserable bitch she is? Because they never acknowledge it. I don't understand how you can have your main character be so miserably unlikable.
Okay.
And so miserable
Should
to
I
everyone
lift you?
around them.
No, sadly, you have to stay to help me back up. Sure.
But it's not even like, you know, like in The Sopranos, he was a dick and he was supposed to be a dick. And it was acknowledged that he's a dick. She's supposed to be worshipped. Thank you, Charlotte, for being such a kind, considerate friend.
Oh, no, Carrie.
Helping me pee.
You're peeing. I am? Yes.
Thank you, Charlotte.
See?
Cheryl used to hold everything in. All that unhappiness and shame just twisted up in there. Just, yeah, making her physically and emotionally constipated, just lying to herself and everyone else.
Emotionally constipated.
That my friend Samantha Jones...
Can I just say, this is torture. I hope everyone is drinking with me. This is torture.
even pulled my diaphragm out with her bare hand because it got stuck.
You told the diaphragm story, and you mentioned Samantha by name.
Well, there are a lot of Samanthas out there.
Does the show forget, by the way, that she's been writing about her friends by name for like 20 years? Remember the movies, the opening, said their names in her book?
Well, you used her last name, too.
I think the new writers have never seen the show.
I think I'm allowed to tell the story.
This is so true, by the way. Right? Carrie would never help her friend. She wouldn't even back in the day. Remember when Miranda had surgery? Carrie just sent Aiden to do it?
Woke moment.
Oh, boy.
I think what Robin is trying to say is that...
So Charlotte and Harry go to the school to talk about them transing her daughter Rose. And I think this is very reflective of a lot of things happening accidentally.
This age is still developing and exploring who they are. Do I have that right, Robin?
Yes.
We're a little taken aback that this particular child was allowed to adopt a new name without the parents being informed.
I honestly had no idea
That's
that you
happening
didn't know.
everywhere.
Did you, Robin?
I did not, Laura. Rock never gave us any clue that their parents were resistant to their changing identity.
There?
Resistant.
We are not resistant, Robin. And according
You
to my
should be.
reading, Laura, there is a wide range in this type of exploration. So we're just trying to figure out how seriously we should take this.
This is a very supportive environment for all children. Cisgender, gender fluid, non-binary,
12-year-olds.
Exactly. This is a journey that we are all on together. We're here for you, and we can recommend a therapist, support group, peer counseling, whatever would help.
Wait, therapy? Counseling? What happened to the part about a child this age is still growing?
They're going to
and
have
exploring?
whatever
That's
little
still true.
glimmer of
The law
non-compliance
is very
is
clear. And in
out.
matters such as this, we take our cues from the children.
The
We're
children.
talking about a 12-year-old here.
And
Rose
children.
would eat ice cream for every meal if it was up to her.
Can you imagine any other time in history that we take our cues from the children, from 12-year-olds?
Rock.
She's telling him. Oh, and they are so close to getting it. They are so close to getting it. But of course the show won't allow that.
Accept this now? This is done. They made the call. I don't even know if I buy it. Rose is a show-off, a big...
They are so close to getting it. But they
could
won't
just be
allow
for
that.
attention. Or to bug us. Practically gave us the finger in our 3D ultrasound. Hearing people who aren't you talk about your kid to you is the most humbling experience I've ever had as a father.
No, you moron! Humbling! is the most humbling experience I've had as a father. You moron! They transed your 12-year-old, changed her name, changed her gender behind your back, kept it from you as a secret. Humbling. It is not humbling. It is satanic. It is demonic. It is abhorrent. It is repugnant. It is not humbling, you twat. Ugh. And of course,
father.
Them questioning it, this is the last you'll ever hear of it. It will never get mentioned again, and now it will just be affirm. Oh. They were so close to getting it. You knew the show wasn't going to allow that, but they were so close to getting it. Ugh. Oh my God, by the way, I have to say, parentheses, I'm so happy you're here. Our beautiful friend, Sarah, I so hope you're doing well, and we're all thinking of you and love you so much. She recently lost her father, and so any prayers that anyone has, please make them for Sarah. And Sarah, I love you so much. I hope you know we're all here for you. We're all behind you. We all love you and support you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Hopefully we can make you think about something. Say something even worse, maybe. Oh, no, I'm kidding. But I love you, and hopefully you can take your mind off it for a little bit. Oh, and it gets better.
Hello.
Hey, it's Che Diaz.
Hey, it's Che Diaz.
Hello?
Hey, it's Che Diaz.
Oh, hey, it's Rambo.
It's Rambo. I would run if my buzzer rang. Hey, it's Che Diaz. I'm leaping out the window.
A pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Mikey, stop being caring. It's not chic. I know, I'm sorry. Carrie would not approve. Carrie, I would not get invited to the Ashes. I'd have to hide with Stanford.
Don't you remember? I'm not a pop person.
So Carrie is recovering from surgery. See, this is like, I don't know if they're all quite as bad as Carrie, but close. Like, these people all deserve each other. They are just the worst people in the world. So Carrie is recovering from major surgery, and they're
Miranda?
smoking pot in her house. And
Tell me not to stop. I like it. Oh,
you knew where this was going. Oh. If I had to see this, you guys have to see it too. She's fucking mooing! She's mooing! Oh. Now, like I said, I don't know how many of you watched the original Sex and the City, but for those of you like me who did, can you imagine if 20 years ago, watching these interesting, fun characters on TV, somebody would have told you that 20 years later, you would be watching Miranda Hobbs in a gray Party City wig, mooing while being finger banged by this big fat bull dyke, while Carrie Bradshaw pees into a bottle in the next room and then spills it all over herself. Imagine if somebody would have told you that.
Really, I'm gonna be late.
What? Where I was woken up by my best friend having sex in the kitchen with my boss. And I wet myself in the bed because there was no one to help me to the bathroom.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Miranda, for being here, though, and taking care of me. I appreciate it.
Hurry. Oh, let me get you out of those wet sheets.
I should have taken the whole bottle so I didn't have to witness any of that.
And that is how I feel about this whole series. Preach, Carrie.
Trying to be quiet. We were trying not to wake you up.
Well, you did wake me up.
Apartment reeks of pot, and my bed is soaked in pee. I'm so sorry.
Ow!
Oh, here, let me...
you're hurting me. I said you were hurting me.
Who thought thought that this needed to be on TV. Like, again, why? Who is this show for? I don't get it.
Just leave it alone.
Well, you can't sit there in those sheets, Carrie. They're soaked.
Yes, I know they're soaked. I soaked them.
I was alone, peeing in a Diet Peach
Shut
Snapple
up,
bottle. I know.
Carrie.
I'm unhappy. I hate my marriage. I hate it. I hate my life. I hate it.
Oh, I can't. I don't know how we're going to get through more episodes. My brain is bleeding. So, since everything is so terrible, they need to keep cutting back to Carrie texting Samantha. And I would rather just watch Samantha through a phone screen than have to see Carrie
So
letting
Harry
her
thinks the school is overreacting, but I don't know. What if we underreact? Is this just a 12-year-old who's caught up in the moment? You know, when I was in 7th grade, all my friends...
Carrie's feeling very uncomfortable right now. She's like, not about me, not about me. I don't like this.
got a perm, so I got a perm.
Look at her face!
I told Harry, I think we should just listen and follow their lead.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Thank you for that, Carrie. Thank you for that wonderful advice. What a gem of a friend you are.
And just remember,
Ugh.
a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
And
No.
just like that, 3 months later, I was back in heels.
Who gives a shit? You're back in... Who gives a shit? You're back in heels. Great. Do you want a fucking cookie? Ugh, I don't understand why they think we need to know these things, why we need to see these things. God, the original series actually had like relatable situations about dating and relationships. This, she's wetting herself and the other one's getting finger banged and ugh, gross. Ugh. How many do we have left? We've made it to the halfway point. I can't believe. Oh, thank you so much, Frisches. Am I saying your name right? Thank you for the super chat. Oh, wait, let me. Bear in mind, these ladies are the same age that B. Arthur and Betty White were when they were cast in the Golden Girls. 10 seasons without urine or lesbian sex on that one. And I guarantee you on the Golden Girls, they acted so much more intelligent and classy and youthful even than these people. Ugh. How are we only halfway? This is episode 6. Oh boy. Oh my god. Ugh.
It didn't feel right.
So
And
Carrie
did it
is
feel
moved
right sharing that with me?
into a green screen. I don't know where all the budget went, by the way. These 3 bitches were paid $10 million each for the season. So $30 million for the 3 of them. And this is what became of the budget. By the way, I should say this show is actually a very good depiction of modern New York because it's like no sex, no city. Like, notice how the original series, they used to be on the street all the time, and they would go to cool places that were real places, different restaurants. This is all green screens, and it really is. I mean, there is no more city that existed in the original series. So this is accidentally kind of very accurate for how things are now. Like, there's just no energy outside the door in New York, and same in this show.
Buckle up, princess. I'm rebounding. And I'm gonna be one of those people who talks about it a lot.
And I'm gonna be a downtowner with melanoma.
Let me turn this back around to be about me, Anthony.
Amazing river view.
Not
Look
yet.
at that horrible green
Just my
screen.
side. I don't need those.
My Madame Alexandra International Doll Collection?
I don't want them either. They're culturally inappropriate.
Woke moment.
Mom, the little traditional outfits. Are you from Spain? Are you from Thailand?
No, but they
Do you
are.
have to be to
From
own
time when that was
dolls?
okay. I'm embarrassed when friends come over.
And can we change this wall too?
I had that hand painted for you when you were little, and look.
As I said, This show has made me very much in favor of child abuse. Joan Crawford had it right. This is what will happen if you just see they were like, oh, we take our cues from children. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you take your cues from children. These are the fucking monsters you raise.
Let's get you a sari.
Is that allowed?
You're wearing it to a traditional celebration at my family home. That's not cultural appropriation, that's cultural appreciation.
Oh my God. Wow, that is really great, because I just saw one back there that I really culturally appreciated.
Woke moment.
Ugh. Oh, this is so true, Marie. They switched out their gay man accessories. Yeah, they switched Stanford for Anthony. It's so funny, too, because Anthony in this is like the only character who even has a personality, but they don't let him. It has to just all be about gay and who he's banging and stuff. Even so, he makes the most of those scenes, but I would rather watch a show about him.
You know, find a few things to take to the new place so, you know, I can make it feel like me.
So this bitch cannot do the most simple tasks in life without needing a slave there. I mean, she should be paying them. They're basically her assistants at this point.
Oh, shit. What? Biggs Records.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not ready for this. I think you're gonna have to test run the boxes and just tell me what's in them.
Did you catch that? She's going through the storage unit. I'm not ready for this. I think you're just going to have to go through all the boxes and tell me what's in them. Please? Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Charlotte, for being such a kind, considerate friend helping me do all this. Nope. You're just going to have to go through all the boxes in my storage unit and report back to me. What a bitch. Would you guys ever be friends with somebody who treated you like this? I would never.
You know, maybe this is enough for today. I have tons of sheets, and we could just go get ourselves a pretzel.
Can't leave here with a hat
No.
and a lamp.
No, you will do the job that you're here to do, Charlotte. So, like I said, there's no story. It just goes, it's just scenarios. So, the scenario for this episode is there's a beeping noise in Carrie's apartment and she doesn't know where it's coming from. I shit you not. That is literally the plot of this episode.
There's this beeping and I have no
one
idea
cares.
where it's coming from.
How about sit in your apartment counting your millions? No one cares. I think that's what makes this show particularly insulting, that it is coming out at a time in the country where people have real problems. Groceries cost a fucking fortune. The economy is what it is. We just lived through a couple years of fucking heinous authoritarianism, and now this. Oh, there's a beeping noise in my $20 million apartment. Oh, the glass on my frame broke. No one cares.
Yeah. I want to hear. Who have you been fantasizing about?
Honestly?
So again, that what you're about to see, this is another one of those scenes where it's like they come so close to getting it, but they can't. They're not allowed to.
Carrie's boss, Che.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
You do?
Really? Oh, yeah. Che is so cool and charismatic.
Charismatic?
I even had a sex dream about Che after that comedy concert. We were on a
Both,
ferry.
first of all, drink every time they say comedy concert. Drink every time they say Rambo. Ugh. Bull fucking ass shit. I don't buy that for a second that Charlotte, with all her fucking puffy face injections, is having sex dreams about Che Diaz.
And I can't remember the rest.
They're not so much a fantasy as a replay. I had sex with Che at Carrie's apartment after the surgery when we thought she was asleep.
We don't even know what it is yet.
Well, I don't even know what it is yet either.
It is an affair. That's what it is.
It is not an affair. It was a finger.
Oh, what?
You can feel judgment emanating from your pores.
It's not judgment. It's a prize.
It's not judgment. See, it's not judgment. It should be judgment. It's not allowed to be judgment. And in the first movie, Steve had an affair and cheated on Miranda and was so apologetic, and like she dragged him through hell for it, and he was supposed to be like the villain of the movie for this. but no judgment for this.
Am I not allowed to be surprised?
You're allowed to be whatever you want. I just don't want to focus group this.
And Carrie, why do you keep trying to
Right.
make this nothing? It's something. No, you know what? Big dying is something.
Drink every time she says my husband died. This is a time. Me. We have to talk about me.
This is, well, as I said, I don't know what this is.
So, are you gay now?
No, I don't know. You said yourself you were attracted to Che too.
Real Miranda, I don't know who this person is, but the real Miranda would have been having none of this. Oh, I don't really like labels. Bull fucking ass shit. Ugh. Yes, Chris! Oh, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Bring Debbie back for Steve. Yes! Oh, he missed out.
It's not as simple as gay or straight. Che identifies as non-binary.
Use whatever words you want.
You're suddenly having non-binary sex.
It was the most alive that I have felt.
Ugh, it's like The Room, where it's like not just the acting, but the writing, that they recap everything that happened. Like, we saw it. We already had to live through it once. You don't have to keep recapping it.
A finger made you feel alive?
Everything about them made me feel alive.
Them? There are others?
No. She's using them as in Che's pronoun.
This is the last reasonable thing you're going to hear in this show.
I am just gonna say it. You are not progressive enough for this.
You gotta believe me. No, how dare, that's a bridge too far.
Crisis. You should have just dyed your hair.
Not helpful. We already lost Samantha. I'm not losing anyone else.
Good for Samantha. She got out. God, all these people are in an abusive relationship with Carrie.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? Why are they all sorry? Why are they all such yes men and people pleasers? Like, have a fucking opinion, Charlotte.
I want to understand.
No. Every time that they come close to getting it, they have to back right off. And, oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong. So this bitch is dressed up in her costume for Indian New Year's. And by the way, that is not even a sorry. I love the fucking Aladdin music playing in the background, by the way.
I hate the new apartment.
And we'll sell it.
And that's like, again, why do we need to know all this? Okay, great. You moved there. You don't like it. You moved, like, who cares? Ugh. It's Rambo. Let's hang out. You're 60 years old. It's Rambo. Ugh. These women just have too much time on their hands. And by the way, what I was saying before about the budget all went to the actresses. Look at these fucking cardboard sets. Is that not the most hideous thing you've ever seen? Ugh.
Actual tear stains on the page.
So Carrie
I went through 2 boxes of
wrote a
tissues,
book.
goddamn you.
So Carrie wrote a book about her husband died, and that sounds like it might be an interesting plot point, and it will never be mentioned again.
I'm sorry about that, but I am relieved.
No, that's the bad.
This is actually, Cara, this is true. Kim got it with what they would have put her character through, and she wasn't having it. Actually, that's true. So this was initially supposed to be a third movie, and Kim Cattrall turned it down. And one of the reasons, other than all the many other ones I heard, is that her storyline was supposed to be Miranda's 14-year-old son sexting Samantha. And she was like, absolutely not. I'm not fucking doing that. Good for her.
Bad vegetable stand where the guy's mean. I'm at the good place, farthest from our house with a
I'm
squash.
very upset I'm out of.
Opposite end.
I'm like Miranda
Steve,
with the
can
empty
you hear
Tito's
me?
bottles in my bag.
Just find me, okay?
Hi! Okay, that place is bullshit. Why do they keep moving everything around?
Oh, Steve.
Why did they turn Steve into like a 70-year-old? This is bullshit. I can't hear anything. I don't know where I am, Miranda.
Steve, this is Naya, my professor.
I have been dying to meet you. You are the only person I know who intimidates her.
Ugh. And so they're the cool, hip black ones, and she's very embarrassed by Steve because he's all white.
We intimidate each other.
Ugh.
Hey, honey.
Hey!
You having a little midnight toast?
I felt like a nosh.
Midnight toast. Shout out to Jen, Real Housewives recaps. Midnight toast. Justice for Steve. Hell yes. Justice for Steve. Ugh. What they've done to him. He was so great in the original. He was so sweet and he loved her. And all the character development of 6 seasons and 2 movies right out the window. So now, of course, the black couple has to have a racism
you might
happen.
watch where you're going.
I'm really sorry.
It's a red light. I mean, open your eyes. That's a crosswalk.
Because you're black.
Sir, she said she was sorry. I have a toddler. Okay. Come on.
And this is our next scenario we're going to go to. They're playing tennis.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm okay.
There's no conflict in this show.
I went for the ball, which you had literally just mansplained me to do.
Wait, what now?
You heard me.
Charlotte was
you
a
could be a bit of a
conservative.
mansplainer, but
Whoa,
I had let it go
moment.
on the court because you're my partner.
Hey.
Ugh. I feel like my brain needs a cleansing. I feel soiled. Like I need to go to a shelter. I feel like this show touched me somewhere I don't want to be touched. Speaking of which,
I have an idea.
Just a sec.
again, I had to see this, so you guys have to see it now too.
Wait.
This is Miranda's attempt to save her marriage.
Hey, come over here.
I'm just in the mood. It's been
When did they turn Steve into an incel? Remember in the show, he was supposed to be all good and sex, and in the movie, remember they were like, Miranda never looked back. Almost never. And then they were banging, standing up, and like, now Steve is like an asexual old man.
too long for me.
Okay, but it's not even 7 o'clock. Brady and Louisa might be coming through
Oh,
that door.
wait, slow down.
Finger me.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, really.
Really? Ooh. But that's not sanitary. Let me wash my hands. I don't know where that pussy's been.
I'm a little rusty.
I'm a little rusty. What if I put it in the wrong place? Miranda. Is that right? Is that right? Where did it go? I forget.
Here, try this.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Oh. Is that right? Let me see. Is it there? Oh. No, that's the wrong hole. Oh, Miranda. You're so beautiful. Miranda.
You're a lily. Yeah. You want me to go get some lube?
Ugh.
No. I mean, I'll get it. I'll get it.
You
Oh, I don't know.
You want me to put the lid on these and put them in the fridge, huh?
Yeah, let's just...
Sure.
No, I don't know. I'm gay now.
Yeah, I guess I should
Oh.
finish loading.
Oh. I think my fingers have
Are you
herpes.
sure? You really had me going here for a minute.
Let me go. That was the most action I got since the 1947 World's Fair.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
Ugh.
Peter,
So,
it's nice to
in
meet you.
case you haven't noticed, every man has to be boring, especially every white man has to be boring, sexless, no opinions, no feelings, no nothing. Ugh. Exactly, a blowjob wouldn't kill you, right? Ugh. Ugh.
So,
And these guys are so boring. Like,
I have to admit,
boring,
this
unattractive,
is my
no
first date since
personality.
my wife died.
Oh my God. Date. After.
So that's her day. He threw up. Isn't that nice? God, like I said, the original show was relatable. And they had dating struggles that you would watch and you'd experience the same thing. And now it's this.
Your husband died. I win worst night ever.
Her husband
That was
died.
The Rock, and I already bid on it. Lily wants the vintage sneaker thing.
Oh, Lily wants the vintage sneaker. Lily wants. Stop. Oh, you have raised monsters. Who gives a fuck what Lily wants? And you wonder why you've raised entitled little brats.
You guys have to go help Harry.
Those kids
In
need
their
a good
Netflix
volley
comedy
ad.
special. Check the box. Put your hands together for JD.
Woo! How we all doing tonight? Yeah. You know, this auction's taking longer than I did to come out. Well,
We know
No
we're not
one
your
cares. No one cares. Insufferable.
demo, but we love you. Yeah, she turned me on to you. I watched your special like 10 times. My husband's like,
Look
"Veronica,
at
what's
these
going on with
fucking
you?" I read that
bitches
piece on you.
wetting their
Hey,
pants
Rambo.
over Che Diaz.
You never wrote me back.
Rambo.
You wrote me?
DM'd me back or whatever.
Well, when did you DM me?
Like 3 months ago.
3 months.
You're
Miranda.
middle-aged.
I've
Jesus.
done a ton of weed. I can't. I can barely remember 3 hours ago. Plus,
What a winner. What a winner. Oh, I'm sorry. I smoke a lot of weed. What a winner.
I'll tell you what I want. I want to go someplace with you and take off all your clothes.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
I want to do the scissoring with you. Oh. Ugh. Can you imagine the poor people who work on this show, on the crew, that have to be on set when they film shit like this and have to just stand there, and they probably do take 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're standing there while these two are fucking doing all the fingering. Ugh. Ooh. Of course, we need the Pride March.
Evolution unlocks it all, y'all. Okay. I want to thank you all for
Thank
living.
you for the revolution of the evolution of the devolution.
In your truth today
Testify.
for saying
They,
fuck this
them.
rain bullshit. Man, y'all are making me wet. And I want to thank our LGBTQ plus allies. Yes, I see you. We see you.
By the way, you guys, fan isn't even on. Oh my god, I really suck at installing ceiling fans. It turns out. By the way, anyway, yesterday was the stupid Pride here, and it occurred to me finally after my whole life yesterday why I cannot stand these people, the men on the Pride floats, or all these people like this. I finally realized why I've always found them so irksome, because every single one of them, you can tell absolutely every single thing about them just from looking at them. You know what their voice is going to sound like, what music they listen to, what their politics are, what their interests are. They're just the epitome of one-dimensional. All these Pride people.
You are in an open marriage, aren't you?
An open marriage is just a soon-to-be divorced
Are you
marriage.
kidding me?
An open marriage is an over
I never said it
marriage.
wasn't an open marriage.
I mean, I'm on
Cheater.
stage telling people not to hide as I watch you, the person I've been fucking for the last 3 weeks, pretty much not.
Define fucking. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Non-stop skulking away.
So,
By the way, how much of a degenerate scumbag do you have to be where Che Diaz is the most moral voice in the room?
tonight, during our dessert ritual, I'm gonna ask Steve for a divorce.
Okay, I guess let's table my new neighbor for a different time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess you're going to talk about something that isn't me, I guess.
I mean, I have to.
Fuck you.
I can't
Barry.
sneak around anymore. It's not fair to Che or to Steve.
Or to you.
I guess you know what you're doing.
Oh.
No, I'm.
That's the most common sense you'll get, like a little toe, a quick little toe tapping in the water before backtracking.
Miranda. It's your life. What do I know about how you should handle it?
Who are these people? Charlotte would have never been on board with this. In the first movie, even Carrie was like, it's a huge mistake that you're going to leave Steve. It's funny because it's like everything that happens in this new show, there's sort of an equivalent in the old show of it done right. Like when Miranda's mother had her funeral. It was this beautiful, touching scene. And that was a character we had never even seen. And they made us feel for her versus this piss ice water funeral. Or when Charlotte caught Carrie cheating and put her in her place and basically told her off. But no, we can't have any of that now because now we have to just accept everything.
Not even handle my own
There is
life
no
right
moral. There is no
this
immoral.
to do with Rock?
There is no good. There is no bad.
It's Lily. She came into the bathroom this morning when I was on my knees about to blow Harry, and I freaked out.
Back up. Back the truck up.
You still blow Harry? Is it his birthday? No. And yes, I still blow Harry. Now, do you guys have that out of your system?
They're
So that I
married.
can talk about my problem? In a second. You still blow Harry?
You're the last one who should be talking, bitch. Maybe you ought to be blowing Steve instead of scissoring with a big fat bull dyke.
Is he dying or something? No.
No wonder
But I
Big wanted to
panicked
fucking die.
when Lily saw me holding his penis.
Way to put me off my king crab leg.
So I told her that I was checking it for cancer. You still blow Harry? You can't.
I think, and it's funny because Miranda is just going to blame Steve for her miserable sexless marriage. And we see why that is. Gee.
Please, this is not funny to me. I had this whole parenting
For real.
philosophy where I wanted to normalize sex so that my kids would never feel weird about it the way I.
And how did they turn out, Charlotte? How's that going for you?
I did growing up. Did I not say that? Well, I did. Oh, because I didn't want her to
You can
see me
see.
that
I
way.
love how you can see venom on Carrie's lips. That for like a full 2 minutes, it hasn't been about her.
Why shouldn't we be able to talk about the fact that you still blow Harry?
I knew you had another one in you.
Can you believe it? It's just so gross. Like they're so yeah, it's called keeping your marriage alive, not just getting divorced and throwing it away. And Charlotte's supposed to be the bad guy here.
What are you gonna do? It's New York dating.
So there's this side story about like Harry's neighbor, and then it is never mentioned again, of course.
Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy.
I can't take any more of this, you guys.
I'm in love with you.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Exactly this, Millie. Maybe her marriage would have been happier if she still blew Steve. Carrie is foaming at the mouth. Yes.
I love you too. I am so in love with you.
You
and I want us to be together.
Miranda.
These
look
are
at me.
60-year-old
Look at me, listen
women.
to me. Are you listening to me? I can't give you anything traditional. That is not who I am.
Fine. That is great. I don't want traditional. I hate traditional.
See, this show is basically just postmodernism, the motion picture. There, no tradition, no moral, nothing is good, nothing is bad. We don't need traditions. We don't need history. Don't respect your elders. We don't need to know anything. Anything, just worship themselves.
Oh, traditional got me here. I am done with traditional. I just want you and me and you and me. I'm gonna take care of it. Go.
I'm going to take care of it. That's how you talk about the father of your children who you made a lifelong vow to. I'm going to take care of it. 20-year relationship, I'm going to take care of it. Oh, it's disgusting.
Go to Cleveland. You have your hearing aids in?
And here it comes.
One of them.
Wow.
Can you get the other? Steve, I love you.
Well, this ain't good.
Ugh.
It depends on how we handle it.
Oh, wait. You're serious? I was just kidding.
Give me your hands.
Nah, we never hold hands.
Please.
Why? You want to ask me for a divorce or something?
Why? They turned him into a bumbling idiot.
Holy shit. I was just kidding again. Are you serious?
I
So
can't do this
uncomfortable
anymore.
to watch.
This isn't enough for me.
What is it? Me? I'm not enough?
This is about me.
Except that you're...
Of course it's about you. Of course it's about you. But you made a vow to another person, you selfish cunt.
Can I have my hand back, please?
I mean, really? This is enough for you? This, like, TV and little dessert bowls and sitting on this fucking sectional couch until we're old?
It's so, this like legitimately makes me angry because it's like, you have no fucking idea how lucky you are. You have no idea how many people would give their fucking arms and legs to find somebody that they love to watch TV with and eat dessert with every night. You have no idea. This show is about the luckiest people in the fucking planet, in the fucking universe, complaining, who take everything for granted. These motherfuckers are president and CEO of the goddamn Lucky Club, and they're fucking complaining.
Really
not him, her.
We get up and we go do our shit and we come back here, home, to each other. We sit on the couch. We talk about Brady.
I would give my left fucking ball for that.
That's married life, Miranda. It's life. I want you to be happy. But
ugh,
I don't know what else you think is out there.
Oh, I love this, Sage. I'm 20 years into my relationship and I still happily blow him. Woo! And as would I if I was with someone for 20 years. Ugh.
I've met someone.
Ugh. Selfish bitch.
Yellow.
I told him.
Really? How'd it go?
I said it all. All of my feelings. And I didn't blame him.
Notice how, and again, like I said, notice how whether it's Steve, whether it's poor Black's husband who wants a kid, none of the men's feelings matter. They don't get to have any consideration, any emotion, nothing. She just threw him away like fucking garbage. Whew.
Him, and I didn't make him feel bad, and I said it. It's done. I even told
I love this. I can confirm, if you want a divorce, don't ever blow your husband. Yes.
I'm in a cab on my way to the airport. Wait, what? Where are you going? To Cleveland. I'm going to surprise Jay at their show and tell them that we can be together.
Oh my God. I'm in a rom-com, Carrie.
Ugh. I'm in a rom-com. Here's what I don't understand about this. If this were like an actual show, Miranda would be the villain, and she would be portrayed as someone who is delusional, because she is being portrayed as someone who's delusional, but it's like the show is delusional about it. Like, we should be watching this knowing that there's an anvil over her head and just waiting for it to drop. But it never does. Like, we're supposed to be on her side. We're supposed to be on Che's side. It's the weirdest thing. It's like we see the bomb under the table and it's never gonna go off. Ugh, this shit really pisses me off though. Like, so I thought you guys might need a quick little palate cleanser, because this is genuinely making me angry about how they're portraying marriage, because these are the people, these are all miserable, middle-aged, desperate, liberal, single people who make this show. I guarantee you, the writing staff, they go home alone to no one. So they have to justify that like it's a good thing. They have to want that for everyone else. So I cannot stand how they're just degrading marriage and relationships and love. So I want you guys to hear from someone. So actually, when this first aired, I went on our friend Megan Fox's show, and Megan had my mom come on with me. So this clip is only a minute, but I want you guys to hear from someone who has been married a long time about marriage. So this is my mom on her marriage.
Mama Ann, I got to ask you something, because one of the things that I have been raging about on this show is how they have taken the long-term marriage of Miranda Hobbs and turned it into something that we're all supposed to believe is like boring and dead, because they have this rather sweet dessert routine every night where they have ice cream on the couch. And I know that your marriage was like, what, 45 years or more?
Yes, it is.
What's marriage like?
Wonderful. I adore my husband more today than yesterday. I really mean that with all my heart.
So you're not going to take off
to
get finger banged by some big lesbian?
Not by any lesbians. And that is it. But I love my husband, as much today as yesterday.
Mama, what's your favorite married routine that you have?
I'll tell you, my husband and I snuggle. We snuggle with the dog between us. We snuggle, and it's like heaven because I know since I was 20 years old, I know that this person loves and adores me as I do him. And that's all that matters to me. We adore
That's the sweetest thing ever. We snuggle with the dog.
While watching fucking Murder, She Wrote or something.
Perry Mason.
You know what? You know,
favorite.
So yes, the point is, do not be like these selfish bitches. Look at this show like a cautionary tale, because the people on this show and the people who make this show, I promise you, they are not happy. They are miserable, miserable bitches. This is really pissing me off. How many episodes are left? All right, 2 to go.
We need a huge turnout on Saturday to finish painting the women's shelter I've been working on with Naya. You can't be the white lady who just writes a check. If I can paint, you can paint.
He died. I just haven't.
Now, in case anyone did not know, Carrie's husband is dead. And she will remind you of it 1,000 more times.
I just got my period, and my tracking app says that I'm going to get it again on the 21st. Lindsay's pool party in the Hamptons.
Can you do this? I'm so embarrassed. Okay, we're like...
I can't keep up. My brain is bleeding from all of this. Okay, so they are going to go do some community service bullshit. The only reason Carrie will be there is because they played the race card. They're like, you can't be the white lady. Otherwise, she would be like, fuck this.
Your biggest fans, and we know you're eating right now, but could we get a quick selfie with you?
The Che Diaz fan club has arrived.
I can take it if you want.
Wait, are you famous too?
Oh, no. I'm just
Ugh.
the girlfriend.
Oh, and you hooked up with a friend of ours, Melvin DeGaio in Buffalo.
And you slept with another friend of ours, Aubrey.
I think Che has to be like a petri dish of STDs at this point. They have to work so hard to be like, oh, look, she's a man.
In the Twin Cities, she's Australian.
It's like the most stereotypical portrayal of a man.
Well, thank you.
I think the last time I waited in line, you?
To get my vaccine. Oh.
To get your vaccine, Carrie, maybe you should stop with the vaccines, or you might join the husband. Just saying.
Honey, I wish you knew me then. I got mine before the president.
So could you please
Good luck with that.
just let us in for a little while to dance? We won't stay long.
Hot dog down a hallway. Che's vagina is its own pandemic. Ugh.
That's really offensive.
Let's go. Was I just canceled by a doorman?
No, you were not canceled. A person said words to you. Ugh.
Take the challah out of the oven, please. In 10 minutes, listen for the timer.
You got it.
Oh, is this a Jewish dinner? Mm-hmm. You know, the Holocaust is a hoax, right?
Get out! They had to slip that in to be like, ooh, Nazis everywhere. And that will never be mentioned again. That could have been a whole storyline. Anthony starts dating someone who's a Nazi, but he's hot, so he doesn't want to break up with it. Like, that could have actually been a funny, interesting storyline. But of course, nope. Never gets mentioned again. And now Miranda just has to show up at Che because she's a 60-year-old, 12-year-old.
Oh, God, did we have a plan? Did I space?
No. I was studying at the library and was craving me some Che, so I hopped on the train and...
Craving me some Che. Ugh.
I'm in the middle of writing, and I kind of wish you would have texted or called.
It's not a problem. I'm gonna go.
Wait, Miranda?
No. It's fine. I'm gone. This never happened.
What the fuck?
Keep in mind, she was like one of the strongest characters in the show. She would put everyone in their place. She gave no fucks. And look at her now.
Sorry. Have your night. I shouldn't have come. So fucking stupid. Who am I? Meg Ryan?
Be that. You can just write a check.
Oh, this is so painful. This is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. Holy shit.
I am, but I was told in no uncertain terms by Miranda, I cannot be that white woman that just writes a check.
It is so hard to be white now. I'm gonna.
It really is, because I'm having to sit here and watch this. So thank you. It is. Ugh. Marie, this is what I was saying. It's not just about being woke. They don't even know how to do woke correctly. Exactly. The woke shit is not even like the worst of it. It's everything. It's the writing, the act, everything. Ugh.
Be over there, brown lady smoking, writing a big fat check.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Steve came.
We were gonna do this as a family event, and we're still a family, so.
And it's not just that they turned Steve into a eunuch, but he's such a doormat too. Like, he still shows up for her.
Very impressive.
Everybody's working in pairs.
I call Carrie. I mean, look at her. She
Aw,
means
thank you,
business.
Judy.
This is Naya.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Hi,
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
These are my kids, Rock and Lily. And that is.
Look at that. Yo. Rock. I'm Rock. I'm a man.
My friend, Lisa Todd Wex.
Good job. That's nice. That's nice.
So there's
Damn,
poor
that's some
Black's
grade A fathering over there.
husband.
This is so satisfying.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the stuff of life, isn't it?
The stuff of their life. Give you that.
We don't want how will I be able to buy clothes if we have kids? Ugh. And most of these people, I mean, I guess maybe she's younger, but like the other ones are in their 60s. They're eventually going to be in their 70s pretty soon. And they're going to be alone and miserable. And the people who write this show someday will be 50, 60, 70, 80. And they will be alone and miserable.
He sees a minivan commercial and he falls back into what he's supposed to want.
Yeah, we're all programmed.
We are not programmed. We are human beings who are here to love and be loved and procreate and get married and have children. We are not programmed. It is biology, you stupid son of a bitch. Whew.
How long did you
But this is what I meant. There's no morality. Nothing is good. Nothing is bad.
know about it? This Che. You know, she, I guess she's
going to try to get some answers from Callie.
They work at your podcast, right? So, did you introduce them?
Push her out the fucking window.
Steve, this is just.
Oh, no.
Oh, Steve, I'm sorry. I'm just really uncomfortable not talking about me. So, sorry, Steve.
I'm sorry. I don't need to get uncomfortable.
I'm sorry. He's apologizing to her. Steve, fucking grow a pair. Ugh. I mean, he was always kind of, you know, a nice guy and a genuinely nice guy, like in the series and stuff, but he wasn't a doormat. Like, there were a bunch of times that he stood up to Miranda and told her to fuck off, and like, he wasn't this eunuch.
Well, I'm just trying to get some information here.
I'm just trying to get some
Did you know that Miranda wanted to be with women?
No, she never said that.
Miranda wanted me to finger her, but I put it in the wrong hole. I'm sorry.
No! Shit.
So, that's all she's got for him. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No!
Yes. Give Steve his balls back. Thank you.
No! God, Steve!
Hey, what's the matter?
Big's wedding ring. His wedding ring just went down the drain. Oh my God, can you help me?
No, they know.
Is his ring gone?
Yeah, it's probably in the.
And notice how they're going to shit on Steve, but the moment she needs something, Steve, come help me.
Trap.
So it's not gone? I don't know how plumbing
I'd
works.
tell her to
It's most
fuck herself.
likely in a trap. I'll go find something, open it up, and see.
Okay, can you hurry?
Can you?
Oh my God, thank you.
Sure.
Wow, she managed to muster a thank you for once.
Mom.
I would tell her to fuck herself. God, can you imagine?
Help, I'm freaking out. My tampon string?
Duke. Oh no, did another glass break or something? Yes. You see what I mean? There's no conflict in this show. It's like, see, that could have, I mean, not a good one, but it could have been at least something. Oh, she lost. What about that? She lost her wedding ring, so she had to learn that it's not all about possessions and things and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, the only way, because like I said, the original show was nothing like this. The movies then became very materialistic. The movies, it was all about things and stuff and possessions. I really think a reboot could have been really good if they took it back to the original and they lost all their money. That could have been so good. They lost all their money. Maybe Big made bad investments. They lost every cent they had, and they had to live amongst the commoners and learn how to be people. They had to learn how to be something other than sentient vacuums of human consumption. That could have been a good show. That's the only way a reboot would have been good.
It's gone. Oh, I'm sure it's not gone. You're just having some trouble finding it.
So now we have to listen to Charlotte's daughter talk about her tampon. Yay.
It's gone.
Gone. I'm not kidding. It's not gone. It's just hiding. Usually it's in your tushy crack. Did you look there?
Oh my God.
Did she just say... Okay. Somebody fill me in here. So, Charlotte's daughter has lost her tampon, and she just said, check in your tushy. Now, I'm not the one to ask, is that what happens, though? Like, do you put it in the front and it comes out the back? Is that how tampons work? Does that happen? You guys got to let me know. Is that how tampons happen? Because I thought they had to, like, take it out. But do you, like, put it in and then you shit it out? Because how would it be in her tushy? Oh.
Rose, no! There's no air in here, Mom. Mom!
I didn't know that was a
I
thing.
can't breathe. Honey, just calm down.
The string. She's talking about the string. So how does the string get in her ass? Does it like go across? Tampons have a string attached to pull it out. Oh, okay. So you put the tampon in and the string hangs out? That's horrible. So okay. You put the tampon in and the string hangs out, but you're telling me sometimes the string goes through and up their ass? Ugh. Just the string. Okay, it's better than the whole thing. Ugh. Yes, the string hangs out. I'm not a female, though. Well, you could be. You could just decide anyone can be anything after all. We wouldn't want to assume. Never got the string in my ass. Me neither. Me neither. You know what I just realized? I still have tampons in my desk from that Dylan Mulvaney video that I did. We can find out. Oh my God, that is the only time I've seen one in my life, and I was very perplexed by it. Oh my God, I didn't realize I have tampons sitting right here. Because I kept them in my desk all this time. I was like, I don't know what the fuck else to do with them. Maybe I'll need them again for a video. Okay, let's see. Okay, ooh, shit. So, you put this in the hoo-hoo, and then this hangs out still. But how would this get into her ass? Sex ed with Mike. How would this get in her ass, though? I feel like, I mean, that wouldn't get into a Barbie doll's ass. Oh, wait, do these separate? I'll put it in my, you'll disappear up that hole. Do these separate? I thought there was a part of it that was like cotton. So do you put this in, or does it like, oh shit, you push it. Oh, is that how it happens? Okay. So you maybe, I think, you guys let me know if I'm right. I think you line this up and then do that. And okay, no, that might be wrong because then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just pull it out. Okay, so this is where the tampon goes, and then the string. See, I still don't get how this would get lost in her tushy. Like that's a short string, right? Maybe these are just cheap. Like I got the cheapest tampons they had, so maybe this is just a shitty tampon. I don't know. They are fun to like swing around though, and they're, you know, like fidget spinners.
Here's some lemonade.
Oh.
I can't. It is offensive what a doormat he is. He's bringing this fucking bitch lemonade. She helped break up your marriage. He's apologizing to her. He's helping her. He's bringing her lemonade. I'd tell her to fuck off.
I get it. This ain't never coming off. I don't care what Miranda does and we who. Till death do us part.
Steve.
Never coming off.
It's never coming off. It's never coming off. I don't care if Miranda does the fingering, the scissoring, the muff diving, the coda cutting. I don't care. It's never coming off. It's never coming off.
Oh, that was the end of the episode, apparently. So we have one episode left. Praise Jesus. If you guys have made it this far and still have your sanity intact and feel so inclined, send us your super chats, become a channel member, join my locals. We do stuff like this all the time, by the way, with my local squad, that we'll watch movies and we have game night and we do lots of fun stuff. So join the squad. We do Zoom hangouts. We're going to be doing a lot more this month. So yes, join the squad. Here we go. It is the grand old finale. You guys, I feel like I've been sitting here for a year. It's like a push pop.
Last year, a lady got COVID just to avoid breaking up with me in person. That's why I win worst breakup.
My husband died. Death.
Drink. Her husband died. Drink. By the way, I don't know why they had to kill Big, but if they were insistent on that, how many real life things could they have gotten into? How many subjects could they have gotten into of different things people go through when they're grieving? It could have actually been about something real instead of this. I thought she was going to mention the Post-it too. But I think the people who made this show never even saw the original shit.
So clear.
She's still got his fucking ashes sitting there.
I'm going on a date.
Ugh.
You happy?
Ugh. So disrespectful. So she went on another date with the boring guy that threw up on her. They're like, oh, he's boring. He'll do.
We used to live in a brownstone on the Upper West Side when the kids were young.
Ugh. Oh, good. She can laugh about the death now without that pesky crying. She never cried. This bitch did not shed one single tear. Not one. Oh, I hate her. And I loved Carrie in the original show, so this pains me to say. Are you happy? No, bitch, you put me in your fucking closet.
I'd like to kiss you.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh. One time somebody asked on a date if they could kiss me. Ugh, there is nothing worse. There is nothing worse than that. That is red flag waving. If somebody ever asks to kiss you, run. Ashes just stay in a box in the closet. No urn on the mantelpiece. Nothing. Nope. She needs to show her that wouldn't be chic, Loomis. Ooh, Loomis, I like your name. Wait, Carrie moved back into her original apartment. Yes, remember there was the green screen apartment, and then she was like, I hate this apartment. She was like, we'll sell it. And then she just went back to her old one. Where's Aiden? Aiden will be back in season 2. So they can ruin him. This bitch, by the way, she was like Aiden's Mr. Big. Aiden was too fucking good for her. He got away from this mess. He had a wife and kids, and they already destroyed his character in the second movie. Aiden would have never fucking cheated on someone, especially with this horse-faced bitch. But they're going to ruin him even more in season 2. They're going to have him divorced, and they're going to start dating. And nothing can be complex, of course, in this. So it's not like he'll realize she's a selfish bitch. Like, they'll probably just end up together. It's horrible.
I think Big's mad at me.
What do you mean?
My reading
Funny you said that, Ash. Big should have come back to haunt her from the grave.
lamp started blinking on and off.
Okay.
I mean, you know me. You know I'm not like woo-woo about stuff like this, but I think it could be big.
Well, I am woo-woo about this stuff, and I do not
Complexity is white supremacy. I hope Aiden dumps her. I do too. Oh, I so do. But you know that ain't gonna happen. That's right. What happened to Bo Derek? Are they still together? Probably not. But Bo Derek was hot. Did you guys remember? Oh my God. Okay, I guarantee you nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about. However, in like the 2000s, I think, there was some new channel that came on TV, and they decided they were going to do English versions of the telenovelas. And they had this show. I watched every fucking episode. It was on every night with Bo Derek and Morgan Fairchild. And they were like bitchy rival fashion CEOs who would fight and die and hit each other. It was called Fashion House. It was so insane, and it was so great. Anyway, sorry, that's a tangent, side note, but holy shit, we should watch that show. I agree. No, this is so true. I know you'll find this hard to believe, but the first 2 episodes of season 2 was worse than this. Worse. They are. And it's a little bit, so far, it's a little bit less overtly woke. It's still they still get their woke shit in, but it's a little bit less, but it's worse even. See, I thought they were going to make season 2 good. Like they were going to learn from getting roasted so hard, but nope.
Big would send a message all the way from heaven that you should never kiss anyone ever again. Do you really think that's what
And
he
allow
wants for you?
heaven talk.
Heaven? Seriously?
What are you saying? There's no heaven?
Are you saying there is? You think Big is sitting up on a cloud right now, puffing away on a cigar?
They're all as bad as she is. They are all just as bad as she is. These fucking people deserve each other because it's like, yeah, Carrie's horrible and stuff, but this is supposed to be your best friend. She just lost her husband, and now you're like fucking shitting on her because she would like to believe he's in heaven. How dare she?
Well, yes. That's exactly what I'd like to think.
Since when do you believe in the afterlife? I thought we were on the same page about this.
Yes, we were, but in light of recent events, I've changed my vote
independent thought.
undecided.
I can't disprove the existence of the Easter Bunny. Wait, are we undecided about that now, too? So, Che asked me out to dinner with their family this Friday.
Hallelujah! The trans rabbi is in!
Oh!
The trans rabbi. Yay.
For Rock's bat mitzvah?
Yes, it's a they mitzvah.
Right.
I've been trying to spare you all.
A they mitzvah. Yay. And by the way, you have a bar mitzvah when you turn 13. So they transed this 12-year-old child. That's who they were taking their cues from. Remember, we're taking our cues from the kids. A 12-year-old. A fucking 12-year-old. I didn't know a goddamn thing when I was like 16, 17, even older. I still don't know a damn thing. But a fucking 12-year-old.
The whole rabbi drama. Who better to lead a they mitzvah than a trans rabbi? It's for sure.
Here come the transes.
Hey! Oh!
Aw, thank you so much for the super chat, Sage. My amazing boyfriend has suffered through every episode of Sex and the City, the movies, and now this abortion of a reboot. He says listening to you narrate it has made it actually enjoyable. What? You're phenomenal. Oh my God, thank you so much. I don't know about that. Thank you so much, Sage's boyfriend. I think that's a little bit too generous. I don't think anyone could make this enjoyable. I feel like I have been waterboarded. Whew.
Rambo Party 1.
Rambo, drink. Rambo.
Sorry.
60-year-old Rambo. Miranda, you are a middle-aged, desperate, lonely, sexless Karen. You're not Rambo, bitch.
Well, East Coast girls are hip.
And if you thought things had been bad thus far, Che Diaz is going to serenade us with a song. They is going to sing.
Really dig those styles they wear.
Dylan, this is so true. Narcissists like these deserve each other and a one-way cruise to an uncharted island. You know, we all feel bad for Steve, but good for him because he got away from these fucking people. Maybe Debbie is now single too, and they can get back together. Ugh. Mike, the show's been awful, but you're thank you so much. Swella, thank you so much. I love the Samantha Jones saying, I love you, but I love me more. Oh, thank you guys so much. Y'all are so sweet. Yep.
What's happening?
Like, come meet my family, but really listen to me sing.
Yours truly is going to California. Hollywood called, bitches! I'm making a pilot! California girls, one more time.
I would have told you privately.
Ugh. I can't. Oh, thank you, not a soccer mom. These last 3 hours have been so much more entertaining than the series. I only hate watch that. I loved watching this. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Ear rape. That's what's happened.
And yet you had time to put together a band and a song and practice.
Okay,
This is so true. Miranda is so lost. Yeah, but it's like they're portraying it like she's not. And they gave Che a bigger role in season 2. Whew.
Hear you. What can I say? I'm
They
a
are
fucking
stubborn
narcissist. Plus, I wanted the person.
If someone
I loved
tells
to
you
be in
who
this
they
room with all
are,
the other people.
believe them.
A few moments later.
I've decided to finish up this semester's coursework remotely because I'm going to LA for a few months.
Miranda was like career woman was.
You know what? Che got a big TV thing, and they asked me to go with them, and I mean, I couldn't pass it up. I'm excited.
What about that internship at Human Rights Watch?
I guess I'm gonna have to pull out, for now.
If you were lucky, you'd have Che pull out those
Andre Rashad
fingers.
took the tour, so I'm flying solo for the next bunch of months.
So is it just a tour, or?
Ugh, they're trying so hard to make these other characters a thing. But back with the original series, anybody in the universe, people who didn't watch the show, anyone could have told you from that original series what a Samantha is, what a Charlotte is, what's a Naya, what's a Seema, what's a Lisa. No, but nothing. These are not characters. A Fungul. Aw, Mim, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Swella. Do you remember the episode where Samantha became a brief lesbian and had to look into Maria's puseta? Yes. It was so good. I could do a whole freaking episode on parallels from the original show of like how to do something well versus not.
So we decided to see how not being in the same place physically would feel.
So now she's leaving her fucking husband because he wants a child and she's a selfish bitch. Don't get married. I swear, I think divorce needs like more of a stigma than it has.
It's a good thing.
Don't get married if you're going to be like this.
Some baby we never even met.
You really are something.
You really are something. Yeah, that something is a selfish bitch, just like you, Miranda.
Hi.
Thank you.
Exactly. Marriage, so inconvenient to me. So now Carrie is going to lunch with Big's brother.
You're very welcome. Where are his remains? Where is he now?
Oh, he's on a shelf in my closet, next to my very best shoes.
There is.
Oh, you selfish bitch. Oh my God, I hate them so much. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. I can't.
There's a space for John in our family crypt in Connecticut.
This is so true, Duke. Oh, good. More marriages ending. Got to get rid of those pesky old things. Live your truth. Ugh.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, I don't know. I know where he wants to be. Paris.
Paris. By the way, so Big's brother was like, why don't you bury him with our family? Oh, I don't know. That might not be chic. He wants to be in Paris. Actually, I'm just going to dump it into the river in Paris. That would be more chic. You fucking twat. Someone asked, speaking of Samantha, did you see the Queer as Folk remake that she's in? No, I didn't. I hated the original show. I never watched it. I saw a couple episodes and I always hated it. But, you know, it'd probably be great compared to what it would be today, probably. At least it was actually gay men on it then. Now, yeah, Sage. They remade Queer as Folk. I fear what a reboot. Yeah, it's probably like They as Folk. Trans as Folk. You guys let me know. Should I watch this? Would it be good hate watching? Let me know. You guys are hilarious, by the way. You don't understand. His ashes are next to my shoes. Do you know me in shoes? Friches, thank you so much, darling. It's like watching a Fifth Alien movie in which Sigourney Weaver has arthritis and can only hit the creature with her cane. That's so true. Oh, I can't. I don't know how we're going to get through the rest of this episode. I feel like my brain is bleeding.
The 1-year anniversary, so I already have airline tickets.
Let's hate watch the Queer as Folk reboot. All right, well, Duckworthy said it, so I think we have to now. I think it would be fun to hate watch something together that I've never seen before. Ugh. I bet Queer as Folk will be a bunch of they, them strikes. Yup. Guarantee it.
And rooms at Le Maurice on hold. It would be 3 days. In and out.
Look at this bitch. She's trying to turn dumping her husband's ashes into a fucking girls' trip weekend.
We could stay longer, you know, if you can.
We have a situation.
So they're at the trans bat mitzvah. And clearly, their wonderful, respectful child that they have raised is going to be wonderful and respectful to all the effort that they've put into this event.
I don't understand. What do you mean you don't want to go out there?
I just don't, Mom. I can't.
Yes, you can. You've been practicing and studying for months.
No, I haven't. You have. I'm not doing it. I don't believe in it.
Don't believe in what?
You decide this today at the thing. Like I said, cautionary tale. Ugh. Of course they raised fucking selfish monsters.
Any of this.
Trying to work out my schedule. I'm going to have to fly to Paris from LA, so...
What? Why are you in LA?
Well, Che invited me to come for all the pilot stuff.
Right.
Brady and Louisa are backpacking through Europe all summer. I told you that.
Yeah, you did. Sure.
I can...
This very inconvenient for me, Miranda. You're here for me. I don't really like you having a life and things. Like, can we just take it back to me now, please?
I can do both. It's important for me to be there when you scatter the ashes, but so is being there with Che for their taping.
By the way, this is another one of those moments where they're so close to getting it. They stop like an inch short of saying anything honest. Because I think this is supposed to be a parallel to the ending of the original series where she was in a bad relationship, Carrie was, and she moved to Paris with him, and Miranda told her the truth, and she was like, don't do this, you're making a mistake. And Carrie didn't want to hear the truth because that was actually complex. This, she's going to stop just short of saying anything like that, and then it'll end with go live your truth. What do I know?
I passed up my internship to be there.
The one you said was impossible to get?
See, that's the most that they'll challenge it.
No.
Asking.
I'm just trying to catch up here, you know? You're throwing a lot of new information at me.
The closest
Why
they
can't
will
I
get
choose
to
love
challenge.
over an internship?
Well, you can. Of course you can.
Moron.
But what are you gonna do in LA all day? Sit in an audience and laugh?
Croissant.
Maybe.
Okay, that was a bit of judgment.
Oh no, we can't have judgment. We can't. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happens when you get rid of judgment. See, I live in New York City. The city just started putting vending machines with crack pipes out on public property. And by the way, it was sold out overnight. That is what happens when you remove judgment from society. Judgment is a good thing. What are we supposed to judge people on if not their actions?
Miranda, I have known you for 100 years.
And? Am I not allowed to change a little bit?
This is a recycle of when Carrie went to Paris with the belly dancer guy. Yeah, but it's like, it's the postmodern recycling of it. It's the recycling of it with no judgment. And it won't go bad either.
Why do I feel like I can't go to LA without letting you down?
If you want to go to LA,
shit,
go to LA. Why do you care what anyone thinks?
Because you're not anyone.
You're not anyone. You're everyone. You're everything. By the way, so they just put out the ads for season 2. And you guys are going to think I'm making this up. I swear to God, I am not lying. It is The Last Supper with Carrie taking the place of Jesus Christ.
You're you.
Hi, ladies. Rabbi Jen.
There's the transes.
Here.
The trans will
okay,
set
so I'm putting
them
the dots together,
they.
and I'm very sorry for your loss, and I'm happy you found love.
Her
to
husband
put the voice
died,
to
you
the
know.
right face.
Her husband died.
Great.
People don't change from straight to gay. Exactly. But like, this is what I was saying. You don't hear these people say anything like born this way anymore because they don't believe that. They believe that anyone can be fucking anything.
I see this a lot as a rabbi, as a woman, as a friend. It gets to.
I think she was peeing standing up,
Okay,
if you know
what's
what I'm
happening? Is
saying.
this thing not working?
Oh, because you have to up.
Oh, ladies helping ladies.
Thank you. Bond is, and that closeness. Yeah, it presents
See, they just
challenges
needed
from
a
time
real
to time,
woman
but this,
to set them straight.
right here, it's precious and worth protecting. Yeah.
Not raise a spoiled little brat and trans them at the age of 12.
You want an Oculus? An Apple Watch?
And he's trying to bribe. First of all, way to play into stereotypes there. That the Jewish guy is trying to bribe her.
That's not the point.
This is like the worst parenting in the world. When I have kids, I will watch this show as a parenting guide to know what to do the exact opposite of. Their kids are monsters.
I don't want to be labeled as anything. Not as a girl or boy, non-binary, a Jew, Christian, Muslim, or even a New Yorker.
What? See, and this is again where they will stop just short of almost getting it, because you heard her say, I don't want to be anything. I don't want to be trans, non-binary, whatever. But they already transed you. And the show can't go backwards from that. They're not allowed to. So, of course, now that season 2 is out, she is still a they. She is still Rock. Even though she herself, a 12-year-old, is saying, I do not want to be this.
But so wait, you're just nothing now? You're nothing?
I'm only 13.
Called it Loomis.
Can't I just be me?
There are 300 people, 130 hollahs, a rainbow high, and a
How about, like, respect your elders? How about your parents fucking raised you, put on this big thing for you? You have I mean, for the people who talk about privilege, they've got a lot of it. They are so pampered. They have every fucking thing that a person could ever want, and they complain. How about thanks, Mom? Thanks, Dad.
Someone is going out there and getting Bay Mitzvahed today. Baruch atah Adonai. No,
Because it can't be that the child has to just listen to the parent. Oh no. The child says jump and the parent goes through fucking hoops. Ugh.
Torah.
Our little girl is a woman now.
Oh, I hate
Mazel
this so
tov,
much.
Charlotte. If anyone else from the family would like to join us for this
years
next blessing, they are more
old.
than welcome.
How much longer? How much longer? We're almost done. There's like 1-2 scenes left.
And Charlotte,
We've got
Miranda
this.
and I spoke, and she's not coming to Paris.
I'm gonna be in LA with Che.
Wait, how have I not heard about this?
See? I'm not the only one.
I'm in love.
But no judgment, no judgment. You broke up your marriage to get fingered by a big fat bull dyke. No judgment. Bitch.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
You two got me this far. I think I can do the rest on my own.
Thank you.
The car will be here in 1 minute.
So, now that it's wrapping up, what have we learned? How has everyone grown? Carrie has gone from a selfish bitch to a more selfish bitch. Miranda has gone from an ugly, gray Party City wig to an ugly, vaguely reddish, kinda, Party City wig. And Charlotte is there too. Ugh.
I hope there's no traffic.
Mom, my flight is at 2, yours is at 7. We have plenty of time.
And he's just okay with Mom taking off, getting fingered by a big fat bull dyke. And so Carrie, dressed up like Lydia Dietz at the end of Beetlejuice, has gone to Paris to dump Big's ashes in the river. She was like, she spent so long thinking, where would he want to be? Where would he want to be? I know. He wants to be at the bottom of a river. You know this bitch was thinking, well, if I keep him in the closet, that's a couple less pairs of shoes that I'm going to be able to fit in there. And that's really inconvenient for me. So dump him in the river. I mean, this is where they dump bodies when they kill someone. Put them in the river. And that's what she's going to do. Oh, get on with it. I love how she just dumps it. What if a breeze came and blew him all over the sidewalk? Chris, I'm joining you on the countryside. Ugh. So they've all become bitter old narcissistic hags, ruining their families they sought for so long. Thank you. To chase whatever foolish urge they get or whatever seems trendy. Duke, that is the best encapsulation of this show that I've heard. That is so true. God, and look at that fucking outfit. Where is Patricia Field when you need her? Ugh. They did a whole season of nothing. So they can't end it on anything that happened on this show. So they have to just bring in the member berries. Hey, remember Samantha? Remember Samantha? So she's texting Samantha, and they're going to go meet. And Kim Cattrall had the right idea. Respect for Kim Cattrall. I don't know how we made it through this. I feel like I've aged a decade in the last 3 hours.
Well, that's it for my very first podcast.
So since Che took off and left the podcast, it's now Carrie's podcast.
I'll get better.
Just what the world needs,
till
another
next time,
fucking podcast.
I'm Carrie Bradshaw, and this is Sex in the City.
Oh, she said the thing! She said the thing! Ugh.
I feel like it couldn't have gone any better. How do you feel?
Oh, like it could have gone better. Thanks. You
Another boring, possibly gay guy.
made it so easy. You know, every
No
time I felt
opinion.
lost, I looked up and there you were, looking back at me.
Ugh. Thanks, I hate
And
it.
just like that,
And just like that, I wanted to blow my brains out. I feel soiled. I feel battered. I feel bothered. I feel like I need to go to a domestic abuse shelter. Whew. So that wasn't just like that. I feel violated, Millie. I feel violated too. How have we been here for 3 hours? What I'm really shocked by is we didn't lose any viewers. What is wrong with you people that you're sitting here this long? I don't believe that. And just like that, another good show was murdered. That was fun torture watching with you. Oh, thank you, Duke. Holy shit. So you guys let me know if we should cover season 2. It started the other night, and it's going to be every week. So I'm thinking, because I've been watching it with some friends, and I'm thinking we could do panels maybe. But I feel like we need to stick with it and see if it gets worse. They've had 2 episodes so far, and it has gotten so much worse. Oh my God. Thin White Axe, you just got here. Thin White Axe, you came at the right time, my friend. You came at the right time at the end. I wish I just got here. Do season 2. We did it. We did it. I don't know how. You guys, I've had my window open this whole time, and the people next door, I can see they have their light on, and they keep giving me dirty looks from their window. So I don't think they liked having to watch this with us. Oops. Sorry. Oh, God. So if you have made it this far into the stream, you guys let me know, what should the hashtag of the evening be? Hashtag Tushy Tampon. Hashtag My Husband Died. What should it be? That was epic. Really? Oh, thank you. I feel like it was miserable. But you guys are fucking hilarious. So you guys are the ones who made it tolerable. Sex Ed with Mikey. I'm just going to sit here with my fidget spinner, my tampon, twirling it. This is really fun to do, by the way. How is it that women aren't just always sitting around twirling their tampons? Because this is really fun. Season 2, yes. Hashtag I don't love myself. I'll only watch with you. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. I don't know. See, I don't know how to go and shake this off. I don't smoke anymore. Oh, I want a cigarette. I want a cigarette bad right now. Tampons and menopause. Waterboard woke show. I'm thinking we need a panel. Megan Fox, Brandon, Real Housewives recaps if she'll come on, because I love her. That should be our In Just Like That panel. Mr. Big didn't kill himself. That's it. That's it. If you've made it this far into the stream, tweet me, comment below, hashtag Mr. Big didn't kill himself. The vaccine did. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I really want to go have a cigarette, but I can't do that. Oh, who wants to have sex with any of them? Hashtag, hey, it's J Diaz. Oh, well, thank you guys so much for being with me tonight. We will do another show next week. I'm planning like some cool panels and stuff. By the way, this is the sort of thing I do kind of regularly on my locals. So subscribe to my locals, help support the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Big didn't kill himself. The vaccine did. I love you guys so much. We're going to do this again soon. I'm going to check out that Queer as Folk reboot. It sounds horrible. We're all dirty now. Ugh. Millie, my darling, it was so good to see you. I'm gonna take the grass picture for you. Oh, well, thank you guys so much for being here. I will be alive again next week. I'll have a new video coming soon. I'm gonna go like shower. God, maybe I should just like try to pour water into my ear. I need like an ear douche to wash my brain out. Anyway, good night, everyone. I will see you again soon. Mwah.